You got to pay attention to what you're doing. You can't just go mouthing off. Tim Shaw is a DJ in England.
Yeah.
He's one of these DJs who is married but still tells all these women on the radio that he wants to sleep with them. And last Thursday night, he was doing his usual shtick in Birmingham when he told this poster pinup model girl that he would be willing to leave his wife and 2 kids for her.
Oh, nice. Wow. Attractive.
She happened to be listening at the time. He has a Lotus.
Yeah.
You know what a Lotus is, Ruth?
A pretty fancy little sports car?
Yep.
Expensive?
So she went ahead and put it up on eBay.
Uh-oh. Yeah?
The auction lasted exactly 5 minutes and 3 seconds. The car, estimated at $45,000, was sold for 90 cents.
Revenge is sweet.
I'm just sick of him disrespecting this family for the sake of his act, said his wife.
Wow.
That car was his pride and joy. But the idiot put my name on the registration, so I just sold it. I didn't care about the money. I just wanted to get him back.
Love it.
The radio station said he has taken a few days off to try to patch things up with his wife. But his wife told newspapers, there is no hope for a reconciliation. How about that? A 90-cent Lotus.
Well, maybe you can call that other girl back. If they're not going to reconcile, what the heck?
He doesn't have a Lotus anymore. She's not interested in it.
Damn, just a disc
See,
jockey
what do you
now.
think she was... What do you think? She wants him for his Scout?
That 62 Morris Minor just doesn't have the appeal, does it?
You're going to be sleeping in your roll-along, Boyer.
Can't do better.
Yeah.
You can't do better than a roll-along. $45,000 car sold for 90 cents.
Can we get the number of the guy that made that bargain? Because
that's so
he's
much,
looking attractive.
That's so much better than just free.
Yeah.
90 cents.
Yeah.
There you go. You can buy those little cookies with mini M&Ms in them for 90 cents.
Right.
From the vending machine. I've done it lots of times.
Yeah.
Those cookies with little mini M&Ms in them, they're really good. They're almost as good as a $45,000 Lotus.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Extra innings for the Padres last night. We have an NBA champion. Is Annika Sorenstam going to win the Grand Slam? Sports with a chainsaw is next.
Sky Show Triple X. Sky Show Triple X. Bigger, harder, louder, and longer. September 24th at Qualcomm Stadium. Hardcore fireworks. Presented by Verona Valley Ranch Resort and Casino. We'll fire off. More details soon from your detonation station. 1015 KGB.
It's the Honda Red Hot Summer Festival at Escondido Cycle Center. Grab sizzling deals on all new motorcycles, all-terrain vehicles, and scooters. Plus, 8.9 fixed APR with 0 down, up to 60 months on approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. Even $500 in bonus bucks on select models. Escondido Cycle Center. 1415 Montiel Road off 78 at Nordall. 60 monthly payments of $2,771 for each $1,000 finance. Bonus bucks good with purchase of select new 2005 and prior year models. Offer ends 7/31/05. Other restrictions apply. See ECC for details. Honda. Performance first.
Gas prices are high, but there is something you can do about it. Install a new Fram Extra Life air filter. It can help improve your car's performance and save you money at the pump. Better performance and mileage. Remember, before you slam it, Fram it.
Nowadays, it's all about price.
David Ritz for Ritz Camera.
Whether you're buying a digital camera or getting your pictures printed, at Ritz Camera, it's definitely about price. Our real low price, guaranteed.
This week at Ritz Camera, check out the Pentax Optio 50 digital camera with a super 5 megapixel resolution and amazingly compact design for only $199.99. Or the Canon PowerShot A400 3 megapixel digital camera and color photo printer package, both for only $149.99 after $50 mail-in rebate. And at Ritz Camera, every digital camera comes with our free Digital Extra package with over $300 in software, digital prints, rebates, and coupons. And free digital photo classes where you'll learn the latest digital photography techniques from real photo people. So listen to David Ritz.
You will not pay more for a camera at Ritz Camera. I promise.
Real low prices, real photo people, and real extra value. If it's about pictures, why go anywhere else?
Here's what's on tap with 1015 KGB, sponsored by SKG Motorsports Center.
I'm Ditch. We'll see you with the KGB Rock and Roll Patrol this Saturday from noon to 1:30 at the RV Expo at Coors Amphitheater. Win great prizes like tickets to the Comic Con 2005 and register to win a pair of tickets to see the Rolling Stones in concert. If you're a Blue Chip VIP at 101kgb.com, you can collect points and get free stuff. Don't miss your chance to win a 2005 American Iron Horse Legend motorcycle from San Diego Iron Horse.
More details at 101kgb.com.
Make way for the 18-wheelers. Transport after transport rolling straight every day to the Giant.
Pearson Ford.
Gary, I've never seen so many brand new factory fresh Fords in my life.
You know it. The Giant Pearson Ford hosts one of the largest selections of new and pre-owned vehicles in all of San Diego County.
Well, how about the hard-to-find hybrid Escape? Now, some dealers don't even have it in stock. Those that do, many are marking them up over sticker.
We're marking them down at Pearson Ford. More than 10 in stock right now at original time of airing.
For immediate delivery. Well, let's talk about the hard-to-find Mustangs.
How about over 38 available right now at Pearson Ford? And get this, Tom, if you're in the market for a truck or a sport utility vehicle, right now pick from over 350 ready for immediate delivery.
Super selection, super savings at the Giant Pearson Ford.
Brand new 05 F-150 Super Crew XLT, top of the line, Tom.
Gary, hold on. The MSRP on that's $31,525. How much at Pearson Ford?
Just $21,800 and you pick it out. Take a $6,225 deep Pearson Ford discount, $25,300 resale price, $3,500 in rebates, $21,800 for this beautiful, fully loaded truck.
Right now through June 29th, you pick it out of the Giant.
Pearson Ford.
The Padres an extra inning take care of the Dodgers yesterday, but don't worry about that. Every once in a while, a little overtime is necessary. Let's go to Chase Up for Sports here on the KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you, David, and hello again, everybody. In the sports world, well, the Padres lost a heart-wrencher yesterday, blowing a 3-0 lead and losing to the Dodgers 4-3 in 10 innings at Petco. But Channel 4's Matt Vasgersian, he has an amazing memory.
Opposite field shot for Rhino, and it's gone! It looked like Edwards was going to have a play, and again, Rhino snuck one out of here, just like he did in April of 2004 to win a game in the 9th against Arizona.
Wow, nice pull, Matt. That reminds me of the '85 World Series when Joe Garagiola said Brett Saberhagen had the same movement on his fastball as Warren Spahn did for the Boston Braves back in 1948. Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Well, now, don't overdo it.
The Padres blow leads 2 days in a row. Instead of a sweep, the Padres split with the Dodgers 2-2, and coupled with Arizona's 7-2 win at San Francisco, the Padres lead over the D-backs shrinks to 3.5 games. And it's back to interleague play this weekend as the Padres host the arch-rival Seattle Mariners. What? I said the arch-rival Seattle Mariners.
That's insane.
I know.
You're stupid.
First pitch from Petco, 7:05 our time on Channel 4. Vijay Singh might be the least rootable golfer, certainly amongst the so-called Fab Five of the world's best golfers, along with Woods, Mickelson, Els, and Goosen. Vijay just doesn't seem to gain any traction with his popularity. He's surly, there's no sense of humor, he's a nitpicker, more annoying than truly hateable. But today, my sentiments are with Vijay Singh.
Really?
After taking more than 5 hours to complete round 1 of the Barclays Classic, which Jim Furyk leads by 3 strokes after 1 round yesterday, Singh blasted PGA officials for allowing slow players to reduce the pace to a crawl. Vijay said, you play a round in 5 hours and you wait on every shot It's like the officials are blind. It ruins the rhythm of play when you have to wait on every shot. And then Singh saved his most sarcastic comment for the slow players.
Hey, Aunt B, let's pick it up. I got a life to lead, Cha-Cha.
And here we thought the PGA guys had it better than us weekenders on a jam-packed Saturday. Come on! Annika Sorenstam, 2 strokes back after round 1 of the U.S. Open in her quest of the 3rd crown of the Women's Grand Slam. Meanwhile, in the National Ball...
What I really like about the movies, I like the previews for some reason. I like to get there. I don't want to see just the movie when I get. I like to see some previews first. I like that guy with that deep voice, like smoked like 10 packs of cigarettes.
One man, one way. One desire. They went too far. They broke all the rules. One man, Kermit the Frog, as a pimp.
Where's my money? Where is it?
One man, one way.
What a weird voice. That's the only thing that guy could do for a living, you know. He couldn't be a mechanic or anything. Hey, how much is that transmission going to cost me?
An arm and a leg.
Just imagine having sex with somebody. That'd be hilarious, you know.
Oh, yeah, the desire in your eyes. The passion between us burns with fire. Oh, yeah, one way in, no way out.
Same babble.
Jean-Claude Van Damme in the same crap you've seen over and over and over again.
Skip-ball association. Only one player in NBA history has won more Finals MVP awards than Tim Duncan now has. He's got 3. Jordan has 6. The San Antonio superstar led the Spurs to their 3rd NBA title in 7 seasons with a 25-point, 11-rebound performance to beat the defending champ Detroit Pistons 81-74 in the first Game 7 showdown in 11 seasons. Ruthie, I've seen every NBA final since 1965. And this is, and I'm incredibly old, and this is easily in the top 10 of my experience.
Wow.
2 great teams going toe to toe. And Ruthie, San Antonio is the big throbbing toe today because they nailed it last night, stubbing the Pistons like a long middle pointy one.
Ew.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Stop it.
Happy to bring it to you. In other sports, David?
That was really weird. I didn't watch a single second of this NBA Finals. And I'm not taking a shot on this particular Finals. I'm just not an NBA guy at all. I don't know why. I wish I was. Can't play it. Can't get interested in it. Can't watch it. Can't do it myself.
The 4th quarter is the best part.
I just
don't
can't
watch anything
and
else.
that's the thing. And the few times that I have tried it, it's like it all comes down to the last 2 minutes every time.
Yeah.
But I'm so used to the news, to the highlights, where the guy will be like, yeah, you know, we just bring it, you know, we're just keeping it real, you know, he's in my hood, and, you know, I just want to thank God. Turn on the news this morning, there's Tim Duncan.
We thought that we played a very excellent athletics contest, and we were thoroughly satisfied with our performance.
And they didn't thank God.
Who was that accountant up there? Is that Tim Duncan, or is that the team accountant?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is the one. This is what Ruthie was saying about it. She said, F the superstars. It was great seeing 2 great teams go at it. And then Ruthie said, but I miss Shaq and Kobe. I wish I could. What do you want? I mean, what do you want?
If you weren't watching that TV and you couldn't see the gigantic visage of Tim Duncan up there, if you just listened to his post-game comments, you wouldn't know if you were listening to an NBA player or like the Secretary of the Treasury announcing a new low rate.
Donald Rumsfeld.
It was amazing.
All right. It's 6:31 and 2 seconds, and this is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
Be a part of the KGB workforce and win tickets. It's the summer of 9 to 5. Your chance to win tickets to concerts, events, and theme parks every hour, 9 to 5 each weekday, all summer long. Listen at work and win from the station getting you through the gate for free. 1015 KGB.
The 4-day Coors RV Expo Show and Sale this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only. Millions of dollars of new and used fifth wheels, travel trailers, RVs, and toy haulers. Take the 805 Main Street Auto Park Drive in Chula Vista. Go east. Follow the signs to the Coors Amphitheater. Parking and admission is free. The prices absolutely cannot be beat. This Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. only. Don't miss the 4-day Coors RV Expo Show and Sale.
Come down to the Coors RV Expo and register to win Rolling Stones tickets. It's Friday, and that means the new editions of Auto Trader magazines are out. Pick up your copy today at your nearest 7-Eleven. Bringing San Diego buyers and sellers together since 1980. Auto Trader magazines offer the largest selection and best deals anywhere. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, motorcycles. If it's for sale, it's in the Trader.
Top 3 reasons I'm painting this weekend. Number 3, my new couch deserves a better backdrop than beige. Number 2, I think soft gold would really open up my office. And number 1, I can paint every room in my house and never feel it in my wallet.
Now through June 29th at the Home Depot, get $5 off 1-gallon cans of Glidden Evermore paint and $20 off 5-gallon buckets by manufacturer mail-in rebate. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help. Valid in U.S. only. See store for details.
It's Truck Month at your Ford dealer. Time to get into America's best-selling brand of sport utility vehicles. The Ford Explorer, Expedition, and Escape. With 0% for 5 years and $2,000 bonus cash, you could save around $7,300 on the Explorer. You'll also get the safety of Ford's new Advanced Track with stability control system. With 0% for 5 years, plus $1,000 bonus cash, you could also save around $7,300 on the Expedition. Great deals, just in time for summer. Truck Month, only at your San Diego County Ford dealer.
Excludes Sport Track. Not all buyers will qualify for FMCC bonus cash and 60-month 0% APR financing at $1,667 per month for $1,000. Finance with 10% down. Take retail delivery by 6/30/05. $5,320 average finance savings for Explorer and $6,313 for Expedition. Finance savings based on Ford credit report using Bankrate.com APR data at 6.31% on 5/31/05. See dealer for details.
You want a good time, but you don't want to spend a lot of money? Well, now is the time to come to the House of Motorcycles because the House is having a red-hot red tag sale. Red-hot savings, the lowest prices of the year on all the Honda touring, cruising, and sport bikes. It's a red tag sale happening now at the House of Motorcycles. So whether it's in the desert, on the street, or in the water, House of Motorcycles has what you need. Check this out. You want a Honda sport bike? The House of Motorcycles has the incredible Honda CBR 1000 RR and the CBR 600 RR sport bikes, and they are all red tag sale priced. Plus, you're going to save 50% off in the parts department. They have great deals going on in the parts department. House of Motorcycles, it's where I shopped. It's where I bought. It's the source of my great weekend enjoyment. The House of Motorcycles. You'll find them online at houseofmotorcycles.com, or they are physically located, David, at El Cajon Boulevard between Fairmont. Their physical address is between Fairmont and College. El Cajon Boulevard.
This is KGB. It's the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show. So, Chainsaw, in your 620 Sports, you were talking about Vijay Singh, a guy who is universally unrootable for, not because he's a jerk, not because he doesn't have talent. The guy is, he's right there. He's top of the game, right, in the PGA Tour, but he's dull.
He just has no sense of humor.
There's
he's dull and he's serving.
There. Yeah. If he does have a sense of humor, he doesn't bring it with him to the game.
It's extremely dry.
It's dull. It's all technique. The guy brings no razzle-dazzle or sizzle, and yet you empathize with him because he's shining a light on a problem, and that's slow play. Slow play sucks.
Yep.
It's awful. Mm-hmm. For anyone who goes out and plays it themselves, it's no fun to watch on TV. It's awful. And it's especially infuriating when guys like Vijay point out, we have rules about this.
Right.
Let's just enforce the rules. No one likes slow play.
No. Nobody does. I mean, everyone can relate to that who's ever golfed and had to wait. You get there on a Saturday, it's jam-packed, they overbook, or even they book regular. And you're sitting there on every hole, you get to the tee box and sit down for another 5.
Right. It doesn't matter if you are a PGA professional, if you are a DJ, if you're an overpriced talent agent. No one likes slow play.
That's right. An overpriced talent agent?
You're questioning me? You don't recall the overpriced talent agent having a difficulty with... All right, let me help you remember.
What you're talking about.
All right, now concentrate. Close your eyes. Think hard.
Coming back.
I smell the smoke. Super Agent J. Reed Stevens out on the links golfing with his usual threesome. His pals, Father Pat McGroin and Rabbi Saul Dradelstein. Every Thursday, Father Pat and Rabbi Saul would tee off for a lovely afternoon of golfage. It was always a friendly game. No one ever took too seriously. Unless, of course, there was some money on the hole.
Hey, listen here, Dradelstein, you bagel-eating, you filthy fish biting, blood smearing on the wall cheating bastard! You took a 6 on that hole, and you lose!
I took a 5. It was a 5, you pork-eating, pope-electing altar boy fondling, foreskin on the penis wearing joint.
Fellas, come on. I mean, we're all friends here. Why the fighting? I mean, if Rabbi Saul says he took a 5 on that 600-yard par 5 over water and numerous hazards, an uphill hole, then we must take his word for it.
Thank you, Stevens.
Yeah, well...
Incidentally, I had a 1.
What? That's another skin for me.
The fellas continued to play, albeit slowly. You see, the group in front of them was unbelievably slow. Every guy in the group must have taken a dozen swings of the ball before he actually hit it. And then it was 20 minutes of searching for the damn thing every time. Oh, it was a nightmare, all right. And finally, Stevens has had enough.
Hey, how about it up there? You want to hit the ball already?
Hit the ball! Come on! We want to play some golf! Move it along already!
I mean, the ball's right there!
Right there!
Over there, by your fat friend of the yellow pants! Right there! What are you, blind or what?
And that was when the marshal of the course explained to the three that, yes, in fact, the fellows in front of them were indeed blind. All veterans of the United States Armed Forces who were trying golf for the first time.
Whatever.
And yes, were blind. Well, Father Pat McGroin was horrified.
Oh, heavens above! How could I have been so insensitive? Oh, I'm going to the church right now, and I'm going to say 20 Hail Marys and beg for forgiveness.
Hi, Faye. I feel so bad. I'm flying immediately to Tel Aviv and plant a tree on their behalf.
But Jay was not as reticent as his friends.
Ah, screw them. They should have played at night.
What an incredible Cinderella story. This unknown comes out of nowhere to lead the pack. At Augusta, he's on his final hole. He's about 455 yards away. He's going to hit about a 2-iron, I think. Well, he got all of that. The crowd is standing on its feet here at Augusta. The normally reserved Augusta crowd going wild. For this young Cinderella who's come out of nowhere, he's got about 350 yards left. He's going to hit about a 5-iron, it looks like, don't you think? He's got a beautiful backswing. He got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here. He's a Cinderella boy. Tears in his eyes, I guess, as he lines up this last shot. He's got about 195 yards left, and looks like he's got about an 8-iron. This crowd has gone deadly silent. Cinderella story, out of nowhere. A former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion. It looks like a miracle. It's in the hole! It's in the hole!
Laying down that big old fairway. Don't want no hackers to get in my way. The boys and me got a big Nassau going. We were born to drive. Don't care if it's sunny or a rainy day. It can even be snowing and we're still gonna play. We're gonna tee it till we just can't see it no more. From the first tee to the last green, from the left side to the right side, everybody knows I'm happy, cause my golf magazine's got a coupon inside. Gonna try another swing today. I love to play Look at that guy in front of me. That bum, he can't even get it past the lady's teeth. Look at these greens. Ain't nothing faster nowhere. Harbortown Golf Links. We love it. Wingfoot Golf Club. We love it. Augusta National. We love it. Pebble Beach. We love it. We love it. We really love it. 'Cause we love to play.
Is a guy who's fun to watch. He's got a pulse. Peter Jacobson. Now playing on the Champions Tour here on KGB, the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show. Shall we talk about yesterday's golf game?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sugar Pants.
I'm not going to say anything here.
Yes, you are. Liar. When we come back from this break, we'll hear all about yesterday's golf game. We were up in Escondido yesterday at the Vineyard where Monica Davis runs things. It's in 60 seconds here on the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show, home of the shortest commercial breaks on American radio. Hear what the bet is up to next.
Oh, no.
It went up a touch.
Oh, no.
Back in 1 minute.
At Chevron, we've noticed there are a lot of people out there who think that gasoline is gasoline. Our research indicates that these are the same folks who play golf during electrical storms and believe that the state fruit of Utah is the mango. They do not, however, work at BMW, GM, Honda, or Toyota. These esteemed automakers know gasoline and have set a demanding new standard for performance called top-tier gasoline. And the first gasoline qualified to meet it was Chevron with Techron, as is, without the slightest change in formulation. Now, in case you're thinking that being designated top tier is a cinch, you should know that some so-called premium brands, as well as all the bargain brands beneath them, still don't qualify. So next time somebody tells you that all gasoline is the same, refer them to the nearest Chevron station. And while you're at it, remind them that the Utah state fruit is, in fact, the cherry. Chevron.
Hey, Sweet Cheeks.
What? Knock it off. God.
Interesting what he responds to these days. What's up, Sweet Cheeks?
Evolve, you know?
How'd you play yesterday, Sweet Cheeks?
If you're referring to me, I didn't play that well.
Hey, I got a question for you.
What?
Seriously.
What?
I know you're tired.
Yeah.
I know you've been working hard this week. I know you got the Crud crew going out to Padre games. By the way, what's your record as a Crud crew?
0-4.
0-4.
Oh, wow.
We'll get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many losses are you going to stick the Padres with before you voluntarily step down?
Probably another 3 or 4 more, and then I'll probably...
You put the whammy back in its box.
Right.
Right. When is the next Crud crew?
Sometime in July, I think.
Okay.
So 3 or 4, he's going to erode their entire lead in their division.
Could be.
Nice.
Could be.
Well, we're still there in spirit, Boyer.
I know that you were tired yesterday. You're a little bit sore. You didn't have a lot of sleep. We teed off yesterday, the first hole out there in Escondido, Monica Davis's Vineyard Golf Course.
Right. Yep.
And then we got to the second hole and rolled it right up in front of the green, and we were all either chipping on or making our putts, and you disappeared for a while.
Yep.
You were gone for a little while.
Oh, no.
I mean, you were gone for a good 5, 6, maybe 8 minutes.
Oh, no.
Well, I had to...
What happened? Where'd you go?
I had to put some clubs away. I had
No,
to
you
grab,
didn't. You walked away. You went, you crossed over to the third hole, a par 3, and we're gone for a good 7 or 8 minutes. What happened? We were all wondering where you were.
Well, before we went golfing, I had a couple of cans of Coke, so I had some caffeine in my system. So Mother Nature was knocking on the door.
You were gone a long time.
I was gone 5 minutes.
At least.
So I found a nice little cubby hole to go into.
I don't believe you.
What do you mean you don't
Was
believe
it
me?
something more severe?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
Mud butt?
No.
Why would it take 5 minutes?
But.
Most guys can, put that off for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I had to go, I didn't want to put it off any longer. I figured we were in a nice little nook and cranny of the golf course.
Mm-hmm. You were gone a long time.
I was gone 5 minutes.
You were gone longer than it takes for a guy just to go over to the bushes and whiz on Great Uncle Jesse's grave.
Shut up, Boyer. It was a long walk over there.
Well, yeah, if you walk to the 18th hole from the second.
Who are you?
It was
Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own? Did
No,
you
it
just
was-
not stop?
It was kind of crowded. There was this stupid
No,
rabbit.
there wasn't. There was no one in front of us.
There was this stupid rabbit that wouldn't leave.
A rabbit?
Rabbit was bothering you?
It's just sitting there going on grass. I'm like, get the heck out of here.
Hey, Bugs, you mind if we play through?
So as soon as the rabbit took off, then I went behind this little cubby hole by this tree and found a nice little convenient spot.
What's a cubby hole? Was it a cubby hole or was it like a spider? Oh.
No, I didn't do that.
Like a spider hole like Saddam Hussein.
No, I found a nice chainsaw.
Barking spider hole.
What difference does it make? I'm still stuck on the rabbit. Why would you not want to pee in front of a rabbit?
Very shy amongst the other animal species, apparently.
Stupid rabbit just wouldn't leave, so I finally threw my tee at it, and then it finally took off.
If you just walk towards it, it'll leave.
Well, it's sitting there gnawing on grass like a stupid rabbit. Hey, already!
And I didn't want to spoil its meal, crud.
Stupid rabbit. Hi, I'm a rabbit. Look at me. Hi.
Why don't you just chase it away?
Insane.
Well, because I'm in the midst of trying to go number 1, and there's a stupid rabbit 15 feet away.
You don't get
15
Wow.
feet.
You get pee shy on a bunny?
Man, I don't even have that much of a problem.
No kidding.
You're worse than me. I thought I was the worst.
And you've got bashful kidneys.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Well, out of respect for the animal kingdom, I didn't
Out of respect for the animal kingdom.
What'd you have for dinner last night?
Out of respect for the animal kingdom, he went over there and whizzed all over his dinner. Nice.
I found this perfect spot, and I look over, and there's this stupid rabbit that wouldn't leave.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So it took me a couple minutes to get the dumb rabbit out of there.
Well, just use them like the bear does in the woods.
When we left yesterday,
Yeah.
at the end of the show, you had gone south on a double or nothing bet, and you owed me $3.2 million.
Right. Well, I barely lost that game.
Yes, I know. You lost it 9-2. It was very close.
Oh, God.
Against an 8th grader.
There were a couple questions that could have gone either way.
That's right.
Big
Right
deal.
or wrong.
Trevor. Big deal.
Right. I agree. When we walked off the 18th green, we had rolled that bet a couple of times.
Yep.
What is the current tally? What do you owe me?
$10.7 million. Shut up, Boyer.
It's 10.5.
10.5.
$10.5 million. $10.5 million.
You're going to have to live 200 years to pay him off.
Shut up, Boyer. Idiot. He gave me several chances to cut away at that.
Right.
And one time I did.
Yeah. How'd that work out for
I had
you?
$1 million putt, which I sank.
Right. How'd that work out for you?
Well, then, of course, the next hole.
Right. How'd that work out for you?
Not well.
Right. How'd
And
that
then
work out
not
for
well.
you?
And then the
Right.
not well. Okay with that stupid.
Yeah.
You think that's a cow?
I think it's a bunny.
Stupid cow. Anyway,
Cow gut.
I had several chances to cut away at my
How'd that work out?
not well.
Wow.
Anyway, thanks to Fun Bike Center for being our great sponsors. Thursday Golf.
Is there a big new warehouse open yet?
You told me about it, and we had a guy that was played with us that said it's over by Tula,
Yeah, Tool Up.
and he says it's just this gigantic.
It's like 160,000 square feet, something like that.
I know it. I haven't been there yet. Have you?
I have not, no.
Boyer, you been there?
I have not, sir.
Ruthie, you been there?
No.
Hey, Shelley, you been there? George Chamberlain, you been there?
Stay on the phone till 7 when Chucko gets here.
Hey, stupid bunny, have you been there?
Stupid rabbit.
Stupid rabbit. You were gone a long time.
I was gone 5 minutes. No, I didn't do that.
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
Think you did.
No, I didn't.
Think you did.
I didn't.
Did.
I did not.
Mm-hmm. Nice big glass of steamed milk before
No,
we tea.
I don't do that.
How'd you play yesterday?
Not good.
No. Me either.
What'd you shoot?
Well, I don't know. We were playing by the rules yesterday, so probably not very well.
Kind of.
You mean you didn't count?
Kind of by the rules.
So you didn't bother counting?
Not really.
We've been playing from the backs the last 2 weeks, and it's tough.
We knew it wasn't going to be a good score.
Yeah.
There was no point in adding it up.
Well, you did pretty good. You had
Not really.
a chance at a birdie.
I had more than one, but I didn't get it.
Oh.
Still better than I did. I didn't have any pars. I had a bogey.
Wow.
Well, that's pretty good.
How much do you owe me?
10.5
$10.5 what?
million.
$10.5 million.
Dang.
Wow.
I'm willing to take payment $1 million on the dollar.
Chipping away.
I'll take $10.5
That's
at this
good.
point and
Yeah.
call it good.
Well, I got a new theory that I came up with yesterday.
Oh.
Now,
good.
yesterday you were playing like, what, was it Conway Twitty and Burl Ives?
No.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot and Burl Ives is his caddy.
Right.
Burl
How'd that work for you?
Well, Burl Ives made a key read on a putt that Gordon sunk.
What?
Burl Ives is my caddy, Chainsaw, and he made a key read on a putt, and then Gordon sunk it.
Is this like your imaginary friend with a little goatee and the ukulele?
No, I don't like playing this solo anymore. Everyone makes But I got a new theory now on how to earn that money.
And what's that?
Well, we got a new boss now.
Yes.
And I'm figuring I can go up and what's his Bob
Bowling ball.
Bolanger, right?
Yeah, Bolanger, that's it.
Well, whatever. No offense to Mr. Langer. Or Bob. You know what I mean?
It's Bernard Langer,
Yeah,
the
it's
former.
Bo for short.
Well, I just met him in the hallway the other day. Nice guy. He shook my hand. He said hi.
You said he was an ass.
I did not say
Yeah, you did.
You said to me, we got out of the golf course, and you said, have you met that new ass of a boss we have? What's his name? Bob the ass guy? Yes, you did.
did not say that.
You said to me,
Quit
what's
doing
our
that.
boss's new name? Is it Bob the big ass guy?
No.
Huh?
I said, hey, I met the new guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
got
said-
it. Winky wink, nudge, nudge.
He told
Look,
me-
from now on, if it's going to be private jokes, tell me ahead of time. I
Stop
won't
doing
talk
that.
about it, okay?
Hey, Mr. Langer, I
You
didn't
meant
say
it when
that.
I thought you meant it when you called him Bob the big ass guy.
That's terrible.
Didn't
What a
say
horrible
that.
welcome.
Didn't say
Well,
that.
just tell me from now on that it's a secret. I won't tell anybody.
Dude,
Especially Bob the big ass guy.
Wow.
Dude, if you're listening, this is a sick tradition Dave has. I didn't say that. I
call
said
the boss-
I said he was a nice guy.
For a big ass.
Yeah, right.
You called Hitler a nice guy.
Well, I have a theory. If I come in a suit and tie and I go up there and sit down and
Suit and tie.
Well,
have a
where are you
what
gonna
do you
get
got?
that?
What are you going to match up the elephant granimals on your clip-on tie and your? Go ahead.
I might, I might go up there and do a little.
Dance? Make a little love?
Get down tonight.
I might, sit down and have a, employee to employee, man to man chat with him, and maybe tell him that I have a little bit of a debt that I owe, and then maybe if there's any kind of side work that he needs done, he
Yard
might
work?
he might be able to help me out a little bit,
You're saying you want to swing a hammer with the guys who are doing construction upstairs?
No.
What are you going to do to earn $10.5 million?
There might be some things he might need done or settling into the new digs,
Like what?
Well, he might need me to, help him set up his computer or like maybe show him.
Oh my God!
Well,
How much is that worth?
And who are you going to get to do it?
I could be his right-hand man kind of guy. I could be, if he needs a cup of coffee, there I am right there. Here.
Right-hand man to the big ass guy.
How many things of cream do you
Are
need,
you
sir?
trying to get Becky Lyons' job?
Or if he needs me to, do some chores around here,
So how much does the big-ass man have to make in order for his right-hand man to make $10.5 million?
Well, my rate might be kind of high. Shut up, Blair!
Naked.
$10.5 million.
Well, I'll chip away at it, whatever.
You know, if you want a raise and you want a bonus, especially if you want $10.5 million, I think you, Bromo, should stop calling Bob Bollinger the big, new, assy boss.
Said that.
I don't think that's a good idea for you.
They were sick of it.
Well, look, from now on, when you say that stuff, if it's secret, just tell me. I won't bring it up on our wildly popular radio show. Quick timeout, 888-570-1015. That's a direct connect. You're with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw. It's KGB.
We'll be right back.
KGB. It is summertime and 888-570-1015. You get 10 seconds to rant. See, we get to do it all the time. Now your turn. 10 seconds to rant. Tell us what it is you hate. You're on the radio right after this check on traffic with Route 66.
KGB traffic, a service of Sleep Train Mattress Centers. Slow traffic, a big traffic advisory from people heading from Temecula to Fallbrook because of a big crash. It's southbound 15 just past Rainbow Valley. Then it slows southbound 15, the normal stuff, Valley Parkway down to about West Bernardo. There's a crash eastbound 94 on the ramp to the northbound 15. Westbound 94 looks pretty good. Just brake light from 28th Street into downtown on the North 5 connector. Also a big problem with crash. El Camino Real at Via de la Valle. Semi hit a power pole. We have cops on the scene directing traffic, helping out. Slowing northbound 15 between the 8 and Friars Roads. North 805 closed from the 94 to Home, then North Park at Balboa to Claremont Mesa. Slow on the coast south 5, Encinitas to Manchester. Your Toyota dealer has what it takes to improve gas mileage. 9 models that average at least 30 highway miles per gallon. See your San Diego County Toyota dealer today. Average 66 with the ESC on 5 KGB.
All right, what do you hate? 888-570-1015. By the way, if what you hate is Southern California drivers, we've heard it. Okay? Don't need to hear any hate about driving. We all hate it. And if the other thing you hate is my rant on flag burning, believe me, I've heard you. And I don't need to hear that anymore. Not a very popular discussion yesterday. I found it very interesting that while being educated on free speech, I was told repeatedly to shut up. I started writing a couple people back going, I see. So because I disagree with you, I lose my right to free speech. Interesting. I'm not kidding, Shell. You should have seen all the letters I got.
Really?
You don't know what you're talking about. Free speech and First Amendment. You should shut up. I see.
Good use of cyberspace.
Huh?
Good use of cyberspace.
Well, it left me going, huh?
What?
What?
It's an impassioned topic.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
Spirited debates are good.
Absolutely.
We enjoy them. But the whole, everyone has the right to free speech. Why don't you shut up? But I thought you... Wait a minute. That makes sense. All right, what do you hate? 888-570-1015 is our number. Robert, you're on KGB. What's up?
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Robert.
I hate the fact that everybody says they're sick and tired of hearing about Katie and Tom. But
I'm the happiest I've ever been.
They still...
I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the happiest I've ever been.
I'm sorry, Robert. I'm sorry that you can't be happy for Tom and Katie like we are.
I want her free speech rights revoked.
Was he on Letterman last night?
Matt Lauer interviewed him. We have a report on that coming up.
A well-known talk show host says, whatever you ask Tom Cruise, he laughs, throws his head back, tosses out that megawatt smile. You never get through. He's like an alien. He's totally programmed, and that's a complete quote.
Wow. Who said that?
A well-known TV talk show host. All right, Mike, you're on. I hate it. Let's hear it. What's up, man?
Hey, I hate it when I got two things I hate and you tell me I can't talk about them.
Kyle, you're on. I hate it. Let's hear it.
Hey, I had 3-0 lead going into the 8th and losing to the Dodgers.
I'm with you, Kyle.
Hey.
Kyle Kraska checking in from Channel 8. Tom, you're on. I hate it. Let's hear it.
Hey, you know what I hate? I'm a bachelor still, and so when I get invited to dinner, I hate when it turns into an Amway meeting.
I know, you're thinking there's going to be, it's a hot chick
You
convention,
believe it?
and all of a
New
sudden...
millennium, and they're still doing that crap? Thanks, Dave.
See it.
Everything about gets sick when I'm around.
Donna, you're on. I hate it. Let's hear it.
Good morning. I hate it when you have to ask for a raise.
Oh.
They don't just appreciate you and get to you. You got to ask for it.
What do you do?
Accounting.
Well, just take care of it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I wish I could. Anyway, I got it, but I hated it that I had to ask and grovel.
Wow.
Can't you just go and say, hey, look, I'm Donna. All Donnas are hot.
I did.
Give me a
I
raise.
did go in and say, hey, look. And they said, well, we'll have to review that. But then the next day, I got it.
You did?
Yeah.
Big raise?
Yeah.
Can you tell Abramovich how to get a $10.5 million raise?
I win.
All
Love your
Donnas are hot.
show.
Thank you, Donna. I like the Donnas. Yes. We're going to play the Donnas right now. I Hate continues. You got time to get on the radio right now. 888-570-1015. It's a direct connect. And now you're rocking on the 101.
I'm a second drink, but I've had a few before. I'm trying hard to think, and I think that I want you on the floor. Yeah, on the floor. Go on and take it off. You gotta shake it off, baby, for me. Come on and break me off. 'Cause I get what I want and I like what I see. You go up 1, 2, 3. Stop staring at my teacup. Don't waste time, just give it to me. Come on, baby, just fill me up. Come on, just give it up. Go on and take it off. You gotta shake it off, baby, for me. Come on and break me off. 'Cause I get what I want and I like what I see. Forget the application. You're the right guy for the task. And let me take you on vacation. Just do it. You don't have to ask. Go on and take it off. You gotta shake it off, baby, for me. Come on and break me off. 'Cause I get what I want and I like what I see. Take it off. Take it off, baby, for me. Take it off. Take it off, baby, for me.
KGB Q103. Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show. Paul, you're on. I Hate It. Let's hear it, buddy.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I hate it when the women tell you to put the toilet seat down, but they won't put it up for you when they're finished.
It's not an equal world, Paul.
No, it's not. They got a monopoly on the toilet seat.
What do you do for a living, Paul?
I'm in the Navy.
What do you say?
He's in the Navy.
I'm in the Navy.
You're in the Navy, I am. Well, thank you for your service to our country, Paul.
Thank you, Dad.
See you, buddy. That one's just not equal. But you know what? Just go ahead and put up with it. You know, it kind of makes up for years and years of inequality in the pay. Okay?
I'd rather have the money. You can leave the seat up.
Ken, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
I hate two things about the media. One, that they show the same video and pictures over and over and over again. And the other thing is how the media promotes racism.
Jill, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
I hate that on Wednesday, the United States Supreme Court ruled that they can take our property away and give it to developers for strip malls and condos.
It's a very serious round of I Hate this morning here. Racism, eminent domain.
Wow.
Kirk, you're on I Hate It.
Kirk.
I hate the dual speed limit in California for trucks and cars. Either make it all one or get rid of it completely.
Go, Hunter. Tammy, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it, girl.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
I hate it when people put their trash cans in front of the mailboxes.
You a letter carrier,
Other
Tammy?
side of the street or the driveway.
You a letter carrier?
Yes, I am. And
Yes, I
hate
am.
it.
I'm a very strict letter carrier. Thank you,
Don't
Tammy.
park your car there either. You'll get it.
Wow.
In fact, keep a 100-foot clearance around all mailboxes.
God. You have to work for it.
And put a Twinkie in there for me. John, you're on I Hate It.
I hate the fact that I can't listen to Jim Rome anymore because it's on 570 and I can't pick it up.
It definitely has a fade-out point, like right around downtown. I've noticed it. When I drive downtown, it starts to go away.
Gone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jeff, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
I hate the Dodgers.
Let's do that. Back to the other call for who can't listen to Jim Rome anymore. I can tell you that what you're missing is, all right, that was an excellent interview. If I do say so, it was excellent. We're going to come right back. There you go. Now you've heard it.
That's how he talks.
That was an excellent interview. It was very good. Very strong. All right, coming right back.
Wow.
He'll be in the jungle.
Steve.
Hey, Dave.
Great guy, Steve.
What do you hate?
I'm a great guy. I hate the fact that you don't recognize the difference between 87 octane and 91, and I gotta agree with Chris Boyer.
You know what? I do recognize the difference.
You do?
Yes. About 30 cents.
Understand it. You couldn't.
It's about 30 cents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe 35, depending on where you're shopping.
Yeah, see?
All righty.
30 cents and 4 octane. We do the math.
I gotta.
What I hate is that no one understood the question.
Right. I know.
No one got it.
No one understood the actual point of the debate.
No one understood the question. The question was, how will I be able to tell the difference?
Right.
Well, you won't. Well, then bye.
Right.
Get that.
And I hate that when I got home, I had to have that whole damn discussion all over again.
God.
And hear how wrong Boyer was because every car has something to override that.
No, not every car. Not at all.
From my jet mechanic fiance.
Sorry, baby. Not every car.
Sorry, baby. Sugar pants. Honey pie, sweet cheeks. Not every car.
Yeah.
You got to remember, he drives cars from a different century.
Exactly. And that's what Mike
The
was
18th
saying.
century.
Right.
There are cars in the 90s that
He's
don't
got a
have
Stanley
nonsense.
steamer.
Hey, why don't I just take off my britches, darling? Because isn't that really what you're after?
My car has an anti-steam knock device.
Love to get our conversation.
Crank is not in the front. It's in the driver's seat.
And what was Mudflap saying about it?
Mike, he said any car on the road today, practically, except for those owned by Boyer, will have a system to override any low-octane fuel.
Right.
Yeah.
So there.
That's what I didn't understand about it. That's what I didn't understand because we were talking about that, and I was like, so what you're saying is it comes with a thing that says,
To make it okay.
no matter what gas you put in it, I'll adjust to it.
Right. Yes, so you'll never really know.
So why would I put the
Right.
expensive one in
Because
there?
I went home and said, honey, how come you're letting me drive my turbocharged car on a low-octane fuel, which obviously is inferior to me?
And the
then he had to
jet
explain
mechanic
to-
actually had an opinion on that?
Well, yeah.
Well, you know what? When it comes to jets, I'll consider his opinion. When it comes to cars, I'll stick to my own thoughts.
You just stick to your own cars.
How many broken down cars? How many cars do you have that don't run?
Oh, I don't know. A few for parts.
How many cars do you have that don't run?
1, 2, 3. I don't know. 3 or 4. 4 or 5.
Out of how many?
6. Out of, I don't know, 10, 12.
That's funny because we have 2 cars and they both run.
All my cars run.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have like 6 or 7 that don't work.
I'm running at 100% octane. How about you? About 50?
Furthermore, I don't spend every weekend trying to get the ones that I do have that barely make it, trying to keep them working.
And you know what? In our backyard, we don't have any junk cars.
No.
We do a lawn and a hot tub.
My cars also managed to stay on the road without having a fleet of cannibalized wrecks in the back.
Cloning.
But we're just different that way. Let's celebrate the differences.
We all just happen to like late model cars. That's
Backyard is one big igloo container of car parts.
Brock, what do you hate? Brock.
Yeah.
What do you hate?
I hate the Padres, and I hate the guy who says he hates the Dodgers.
Take it.
Hate.
Sean, you're on I Hate It. What is it?
I hate the combination of a soccer mom, a cell phone, and a giant SUV right in front of me.
I tell you what, some of those soccer moms,
Kept
though.
100 yards apart at all times.
Some of those soccer moms.
Not so bad.
Oh, milfy.
I mean, don't you do that if you got to kill some time in the grocery store? Don't you walk around and say, well, got to choose one?
Oh, no question about it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We play basketball.
Everything is a contest.
So weird.
Everything is a challenge. And you gotta choose one. And once you've chosen, that's it. You can't go back.
That's right.
Really?
You know, you turn the corner, there's a supermodel. Too bad, so sad, sucks to be you.
Stuck with the milk.
That's how you do it.
Wow.
That's how
We
you
play
shop.
basketball on this little court right next to this field that has the little soccer games every Saturday. And it's a milfy runway every day, and you pick one. That's why we miss all our shots. That's
Yeah.
why we think, because we got one eye on the field.
And I'm surprised you made it up the stairs yesterday when we walked up because of the incredible woman that was walking up ahead of us. Did you not see that?
Well, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was pretending that I wasn't looking, Shell.
I said easy boy, and I got nothing from you.
I'm very sly now. After the sunglasses incident, I've learned to,
I see.
keep it to myself.
Okay.
Who'd I miss?
Some hot chick. I mean, bounce a quarter off every part. It was.
Put in a good word for me?
We didn't actually talk to her.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Well, you're taken now anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Ain't no ring on me.
not legally yet.
Shack it up.
Whatever.
Thanks a lot. You know, chicks are so fun. Hey, you're taking it, blah, blah.
That's right.
What a C block.
Yeah, you're the one who announced it.
Wow.
Could have kept a secret.
I didn't know you had an open relationship.
Hey, you're taking it.
Doesn't.
Good grief.
Maybe he's looking for a third.
I didn't know.
I'll let her know it's open as soon as I tell her about it.
Right. I want to be the fly on the wall for that conversation.
Terry, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
Hi.
Hi.
I hate it when you have a pool party and you invite all your friends and you got one friend that gets really drunk and ends up getting a little excited in the jacuzzi and then you got to clean it up the next day.
What were you doing in the jacuzzi?
Right.
That's horrible.
One guy gets excited?
Yeah,
what was he doing? There should have been someone else who was excited.
Yeah.
It should have been two.
He was drunk. There was a MILF nearby.
Don't invite Boyer over. He blorts in the pool.
He'll wear a t-shirt. Will be soaked halfway up his belly.
It's a good look, Chris.
Thank you, Jane.
Bob, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it. Thanks, Bob. Hey, Louie, you're on I Hate It. What do you hate?
I hate this cop that's pulling me over right now.
What'd you do? What were you doing?
Probably speeding.
He's going to ask you, you know. They always quiz you.
Yeah.
All right, you know how fast you were going?
Well,
I think it's going about 100. Good luck with that, Louie. Tell me your name is Louie. You'll scare him.
Yeah.
Brady,
Yeah.
you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
All right. I hate the mayor and the city council for ripping off the taxpayers of this state.
Blah, blah. Let's get back to the soccer moms. Come on. it.
Hi, I love the show.
You don't sound like you hate anything, Janine.
I do.
Really?
I think Bob hates it when you say Bob.
Bob.
I hate it when you refinance your house, you don't get what you want, and your husband's upset because you don't make as much money as he does.
What company did you go through to refi your house?
I want the Ameripass.
Should have gone to that one I was telling you about.
Park Place Funding?
Park Place Funding.
Yeah, we might check it out. I heard it this morning.
Telling you.
Okay.
See you, Janine.
Let's go.
Bye. Roxanne, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
I hate the person at work who picks the top off of all the muffins and then they leave the stump.
I hate muffin stumps. Muffin stumps blow. Tina, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it, girl.
Hi, Dave. I live in Chicago. I listen to you on the web, and I hate living here when it's this damn hot.
Yeah, summer in Chicago is a real treat, isn't it?
It's horrid.
What's the humidity today? Is it about 900%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. I need to come back to San Diego. Okay?
Yeah, but you got the food. You got the food, girl.
You can have the food.
Oh, I love the food.
It starts today. Get over here.
Taste starts today?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. I'll be there next month, okay?
All right. Take care.
Bye. And that's what we hate, people.
Well, I don't really care. Come on, it's the one thing that I did do.
Dear Dave, I hate Ruth didn't get a Grammy for her fabulous rendition of Layla.
Thank you.
And that's what we hate today. Chainsaw Sports is next here on KGB and Q103.
And everything about you.
Part of the KGB workforce and win tickets. It's the summer of 9 to 5. Your chance to win tickets to concerts, events, and theme parks every hour. 9 to 5 each weekday, all summer long. Listen at work and win from the station getting you through the gate for free. 1015 KGB.
It's the Honda Red Hot Summer Festival at Escondido Cycle Center. Grand sizzling deals on all new motorcycles, all-terrain vehicles, and scooters. Plus, 8.9 fixed APR with 0 down up to 60 months on approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. Even $500 in bonus bucks on select models. Escondido Cycle Center. 1415 Montiel Road off 78 at Nordahl. 60 monthly payments of $27.1 for each $1,000 finance. Bonus bucks good with purchase of select new 2005 and prior year models. Offer ends 7/31/05. Other restrictions apply. See ECC for details. Honda. Performance first.
Lonely? Looking for the perfect partner? Well, look no further. We'll find the partner who's right for you. Loving, caring, kind. Imagine them holding you in their long, long arms. Girls, you may be interested in PJ. He's only 3 feet tall, but has big, strong, hairy hands. Or guys, maybe Fifi is the one for you. She's new in town and enjoys climbing trees. Yes, we're famous for matchmaking. In fact, we have one of the best breeding programs in the world. So don't be shy. Your perfect partner awaits you. Please, only genuine callers need apply. You must be over 1 foot tall, not have ticks, and be an African Gwenin or Mangabey monkey. The San Diego Zoo's new monkey trails. 3 acres of pristine rainforest and world-famous mating program. It's where every monkey would love to live. New animals being introduced daily.
Visit San Diego Zoo's new monkey trails. It's where every monkey would love to live.
Here's the thing about sport utility vehicles. Most of them are big on utility, not so big on sport. Then there's Mazda Tribute S. 200 horsepower V6, sport-tuned independent suspension, 16-inch alloys. It puts the sport back in sport utility. Plus, now it's tribute time, and you can get a 2005 Mazda Tribute S with up to $3,000 cash back. A Mazda Tribute S with up to $3,000 cash back. So let's recap. In the land of Mazda SUVs, it's equal parts S and U, and V means volume. People are getting the message. Mazda's on the move. So you'd better get on the move to your San Diego Mazda dealer for a test drive now. Visit Cush Mazda at the Escondido Auto Center, Pine Mazda in Mission Valley, Hone Mazda in Carlsbad, Westcott Mazda in National City, and El Cajon Mazda. 2,000 cash back plus 1,000 MAC bonus cash to qualified buyers when financed through Mazda American Credit. Taking retail delivered from dealer stock by 7545. See dealer for complete details. $1,000 goes out the door today. Grand a day, every day giveaway today. Here on the KGB Now Sports with the Chainsaw KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning and thank you, David, and hello again, everybody, in the sports world. Oh, a perfect setting for about 2.5 hours downtown yesterday. Sunshine, the first place Padres leading 3-0. A nearly packed house at Petco. Then the Dodgers spoiled the party with a 4-run comeback in 10 innings. Padres lose 4-3. The Padres blow leads 2 days in a row. Instead of a sweep, the Padres split with the Dodgers 2-2, and coupled with Arizona's 7-2 victory at San Francisco, the Padres lead over the D-backs shrinks to 3.5 games. And it's back to interleague play this weekend as the Padres host the arch-rival Seattle Mariners. First pitch from Petco tonight, 7:05 our time on Channel 4. This day in history, 1972, baseball's first female umpire, Mrs. Bernice Guerra, called the balls and strikes in her first game and resigned just a few hours after it was over. It's bad enough being called bad.
I love tuning in DSC on the KGB at an Asner in my car from the Joke Czar. I love fire when it's wrong, promo in a thong, traffic with Ruth and the hoof, and I love your show too.
The pomp, the circumstance, the majesty. None of that here.
Time now for the week-ending Chris Boyer featurette. A featurette because it's not nearly as long, nor as good as a regular feature. And that reason lies solely in the author, creator, and voice of the feature. It's Chris Boyer!
Thank you, David. It's Friday, time for a listen back to some of the things that happened this week in history. About this week, 1948, Berlin, Germany was completely isolated from the outside world. Joseph Stalin, the premier of Soviet Russia, he had already cut off rail and road access to the city 3 months earlier, now blocked all ground and water access and cut electricity to the western sector. It was this week in 1987, the great one, Jackie Gleason, died at age 71. Gleason, of course, was famous for the famous Honeymooners episodes in which he played Ralph Cramden, also the Smokey and the Bandit series as the old sheriff. 1917, Babe Ruth tackled an umpire and smashed him in the face with his fist.
Oh.
He was ejected and fined $100. It was this week in 1931. A young couple married. It was Ann Bledsoe and Bill France. Together, they would build NASCAR into the largest sanctioning organization of auto racing in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 1963, Walt Disney opened the Tiki Room. 1967, Thurgood Marshall was confirmed.
The Tiki Room? What's that?
That's the birds and the chirping things and the double pineapple Tiki Room at Walt Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 1967, Thurgood Marshall was confirmed by the U.S. Senate as an Associate Justice on the Supreme Court. He was the first black man to sit on that high court. 1993, wow, what was that bug that hit our windshield? I don't know, but he must have been pretty well hung. Lorena Bobbitt cut off her husband's penis and threw it out the window of her car. It was 1992, CBS Good Morning America host Paul Izon said, quote, Making headlines this morning, Bill Clinton comes up with a plan for the economy. Tax the rich, cut the deficit, and help just about everyone else. She said it was very similar to that Robin Hood system, wasn't it? 1834, Cyrus McCormick patented the first practical reaper for farming.
Don't fear it.
Don't fear it, that's right. Pat Nixon and Richard Nixon were married this day in 1940.
Yeah.
1969, guitarist Jimi Hendrix earned the biggest paycheck ever paid up to this time for a single concert appearance. Hendrix cranked in $125,000 for a single set at the Newport Jazz Festival. Good going, guys. 1934 this week, the U.S. Congress established the FCC. 1939, Atlanta, Georgia enacted legislation that disallowed pinball machines in the city. And take heart.
That was tough.
1985.
That was boy. I didn't think we were going to get through that one.
Yeah.
Angelo Spinolo shot an incredible .257 to win the worst avid golfers tournament held at Ponte Vedra, Florida. He earned the title of America's worst recreational hacker for the effort. He lost 60 golf balls, got 66 on the 17th hole, and hit 27 balls in the water. Finally, a bet Bromo might win. Let's hope Angelo is rich. Lastly, we celebrate this great event on the Boyer Featurette. In the country of Big Sky, by the side of a rolling river, the natives all were restless, with a full load in their quiver. A recon report had cautioned him the battle would try his muster. That report was not heeded by a headstrong scout mistruster. 20 minutes was all it took. Our team didn't look so pert, each of them smartly dressed in a custom arrow shirt. 1876, Indian Chief Crazy Horse won the Battle of Little Bighorn, Montana, wiping out Lieutenant Colonel George Custer and his entire army. Of the 200-plus casualties, the only survivor of Custer's forces was a horse named Comanche. And we celebrate that on the Boyer Featurette with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. And Ruth 66 on the 1015 KGB.
If you didn't like him, turn him off.
He never even hung up on me.
Now, I knew I shouldn't listen to him because he always got me so dang riled up till I was like to smash my radio.
He
Just
did a
throw it
whole
right
show
between the
once on which way to roll your toilet paper, over or under. People responded for hours. Some got so angry they hung up.
Didn't care much for the fellow who answered the phone, though. You know, he always forgot I was waiting on the line.
Didn't I read he was having some kind of problem with his wife?
He insulted my muffin when I called. But that is why we have freedom of speech.
And whenever you threaten him over the air, man, he'd stick it right back in your face.
Yes, he was insensitive and nasty, but he was a strong masculine presence on the radio.
I was in love with his voice.
I was in love with his voice.
He was in love with his own voice.
Yeah!
Kick it! You wake up late for school, man, you don't wanna go. You ask your mom, please, but she still says no. You missed 2 classes and no homework. But your teacher preaches class like you're some kind of jerk. You gotta fight for your right to
Today's show has been brought to you by your Mazda dealers, Sempra Energy, the Escondido Cycle Center. Thank you, friends. All right, you got Mike Thomas and Ditch next as the summer of 9 to 5 continues. Great tickets, fun events all summer long. We're on the radio tonight. And then Boyer's going to give you a charcoal polished best of the entire week tomorrow.
You're stupid.
I know it.
And that's what we'll tell you when you call us tomorrow. The Best Of Show, You're Stupid. Plus, we'll find out how stupid we are with the FHM How Stupid Are You quiz. Dave's News, Bad Father's Day stories, and Chainsaw Sports tomorrow starting at 8 on the KGB.
Anybody working out this weekend? Anybody out in the streets
I am not
doing promotions? Okay, good. Well, have yourself a super Southern California weekend. And we'll see you Monday on board the 101 and Q103. Love your show.
More San Diegans wake up with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw than any other radio show. KGB.
some leg tonight for sure. Tell us how you do.
Come on, Dave, give me a break.
Hey, one break coming up. Ain't nothing stays the same. Unchanged. Yeah, you hit the ground running. Changed. Ain't nothing.
And what was Mudflap saying about it?
Mike, he said any car on the road today, practically, except for those owned by Boyer, will have a system to override any low-octane fuel.
Right.
Yeah.
So there.
That's what I didn't understand about it. That's what I didn't understand because we were talking about that, and I was like, so what you're saying is it comes with a thing that says,
to make it okay.
No matter what gas you put in it, I'll adjust to it.
Right. Yes, so you'll never really know.
So why would I put the expensive one in there?
Because I went home and said, honey, how come you're letting me drive my turbocharged car on a low-octane fuel, which obviously is inferior to me?
And the jet mechanic actually had an opinion on that?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? When it comes to jets, I'll consider his opinion. When it comes to cars, I'll stick to my own thoughts.
I want you to stick to your own cars.
How many broken down cars? How many cars do you have that don't run?
Oh, I don't know. A few for parts.
How many cars do you have that don't run?
1, 2, 3. I don't know. 3 or 4. 4 or 5.
Out of how many?
6. Out of, I don't know, 10, 12.
That's funny because we have 2 cars and they both run.
All my cars run.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have like 6 or 7 that don't work.
I'm running at 100% octane. How about you? About 50?
Furthermore, I don't spend every weekend trying to get the ones that I do have that barely make it, trying to keep them working.
And you know what? In our backyard, we don't have any junked cars.
No.
We do a lawn and a hot tub.
My car's also managed to stay on the road without having a fleet of cannibalized wrecks in the back.
Cloning.
But we're just different that way. Let's celebrate the differences.
We all just happen to like late model cars. That's all.
Backyard is one big igloo container of car parts.
Brock, what do you hate? Brock.
Yeah.
What do you hate?
I hate the Padres, and I hate the guy who says he hates the Dodgers.
Thank you.
Hate.
Sean, you're on I Hate It. What is it?
I hate the combination of a soccer mom, a cell phone, and a giant SUV right in front of me.
I tell you what, some of those soccer moms,
kept
though, I'm
100
telling you.
yards apart at all times.
Some of those soccer moms.
Not so bad.
Oh, milfy.
I mean, don't you do that if you got to kill some time at the grocery store? Don't you walk around and say, well, got to choose one?
Oh, no question about it.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
We play basketball.
Everything is a contest.
So weird.
Everything is a challenge. And you gotta choose one. And once you've chosen, that's it. You can't go back.
That's right.
Really?
You know, you turn the corner, there's a supermodel. Too bad, so sad, sucks to be you.
Stuck with a milk.
That's how you do it.
Wow.
That's
We
how you
play
shop.
basketball on this little court right next to this field that has the little soccer games every Saturday. And it's a milfy runway every day, and you pick one. That's why we miss all our shots. That's
Yeah.
why we think, because we got one eye on the field.
And I'm surprised you made it up the stairs yesterday when we walked up because of the incredible woman that was walking up ahead of us. Did you not see that?
Well, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was pretending that I wasn't looking, Shell.
I said easy boy, and I got nothing from you.
I'm very sly now. After the sunglasses incident, I've learned to, keep it to myself.
Okay.
Who did I miss?
Some hot chick. I mean, bounce a quarter off every part. It was.
Put in a good word for me?
We didn't actually talk to her.
Thanks.
Sorry.
What are you taking now anyway?
Yeah.
Well, not,
Ain't no ring on me.
not legally yet.
Shock it up.
Whatever.
Thanks a lot. You know, chicks are so fun. Hey, you're taking it, blah, blah.
That's right.
What a C block.
Yeah, you're the one who announced it.
Wow.
Could have kept a secret.
I didn't know you had an open relationship.
Hey, you're taking it.
Doesn't.
Good grief.
Maybe he's looking for a third.
I didn't know.
I'll let her know it's open as soon as I tell her about it.
Right. I want to be the fly on the wall for that conversation.
Terry, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
Hi.
Hi.
I hate it when you have a pool party and you invite all your friends and you got one friend that gets really drunk and ends up getting a little excited in the jacuzzi and then you got to clean it up the next day.
How?
Yeah, how?
You.
I don't even want to know.
No. Don't ask.
By never inviting them over again
no.
and cementing it over like Chernobyl.
Right.
What were you doing in
That's
the
called
jacuzzi?
for it.
Right.
That's horrible.
One guy gets excited?
Yeah,
what was he doing? There should have been someone else who was excited.
Yeah,
It should have been two.
He was drunk. There was a MILF nearby.
Don't invite Boyer over. He blorts in the pool.
He'll wear a T-shirt. It'll be soaked halfway up his belly. It's a good look, Chris.
Thank you, Jane.
Bob, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
I hate that.
Hey, Louie, you're on I Hate It. What do you hate?
I hate this cop that's pulling me over right now.
What'd you do? What were you doing?
Probably speeding.
He's going to ask you, They always quiz you.
Yeah.
All right, you know
I'll
how
let
fast you were
how
going?
fast I was going.
I think it's going about 100. Really? I only had you at 80. Good luck with that, Louie. Tell him your name is Louie. You'll scare him.
Yeah.
Brady,
Yeah.
you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
All right. I hate the mayor and the city council for ripping off the taxpayers of this state.
Blah, blah. Let's get back to the soccer moms. Come on. Janine, you're on I Hate It.
Hi, I love the show.
You don't sound like you hate anything, Janine.
I do.
Really?
I think Bob hates it when you say Bob. I hate it when you refinance your house, you don't get what you want, and your husband's upset because you don't make as much money as he does.
What company did you go through to refi your house?
I went with Ameripac.
Should have gone to that one I was telling you about.
Park Place Funding.
Park Place Funding.
Yeah, we might check it out. I heard it this morning.
Telling you.
Okay.
See you, Janine.
Let's go.
Bye.
Some say I got a bad attitude, but that don't change the way I feel about you.
Roxanne, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it.
I hate the person at work who picks the top off of all the muffins and then they leave the stump.
I hate muffin stumps.
Stumpy muffins are horrible.
Muffin stumps blow. Yeah. Tina, you're on I Hate It. Let's hear it, girl.
Hi, Dave. I live in Chicago and listen to you on the web, and I hate living here when it's this damn hot.
Yeah. Summer in Chicago is a real treat, isn't it?
It's horrid.
What's the humidity today? Is it about 900%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. I need to come back to San Diego. Hang
Yeah,
out
but
with
you got the
guys.
food. You got the food, girl.
You can have the food.
Oh, I love the food.
It starts today. Get over here.
Taste starts today?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. I'll be there next month, okay?
All right. Take
See ya.
care.
Bye. And that's what we hate, people.
Well, I don't really care about the system, but the little bitch come on with it. That's the one thing that I did you baby. Well, I'm the man that did anything, baby. I know you know. Everybody know. Where you come.
Dear Dave, I Hate Ruth didn't get a Grammy for her fabulous rendition of Layla.
Thank you. Everything about I get sick when I'm around.
And that's what we hate today. Chainsaw Sports is next here on KGB and Q103.
And everything about you.
Gentlemen, I don't think things are going that badly.
It's Abramowitz. The DSC at night.
Well, it just seems like it'd be like there'd be an awful lot of crying.
1015 KGB.
Where's the best place to dance, party, meet new people, and a great alternative to the crowded gas lamp? The Second Wind Bars in East County. One of the last places in San Diego to see live classic rock. At the Second Wind, there's no cover and no hassles. Just the best bars around to hang out with friends while you enjoy your favorite cocktail and hear live classic rock. Make the Second Wind Bars your summer night or anytime destination at 8515 Navajo Road in San Diego and 8528 Magnolia in Santee. It's the Second Wind Bars.
Honey, the movie's starting. Are you coming?
Be right there.
What are you doing in there?
Nothing.
You're not on the internet again, are you? You're looking at that site again.
Well, I can't help it. There's so much to learn.
But you promised.
Well, look at this. Did you know that blueberries and broccoli are high in antioxidants?
You've got a problem.
Ooh, what about this? Antioxidants protect the body from cell damage that free radicals can cause.
Free what? Oh, how can you look at that? You're not even a member.
I know, isn't that great?
I don't even know who you are anymore.
You don't have to be a member of Kaiser Permanente to take advantage of many of the online health tools you'll find at kaiserpermanente.org. It's loaded with helpful resources like a health encyclopedia with more than 30,000 pages, a fitness program, and lots of other health tips, facts, and advice. Because at Kaiser Permanente, we like to see everyone live well, be well, and thrive.
Here's some stuff on helping your skin look young.
Really? Where?
Yeah, right here. I think you're pretty.
Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
Having car trouble? They pay cash for cars. Won't pass smog? They pay cash for cars. Need extra money in a hurry? They pay cash for cars. Charitable Auto Resources will pay you cash for your car. No smog, no registration, no problem. Give them a call at 858-300-2999. That's 858-300-2999. Remember the name, Charitable Auto Resources. Call them right now because they want to pay you cash for your car. 858-300-2999. Call today.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
DSC at night.
KGB.
$1,000 goes out the door today. Grand a day, every day giveaway today. Here on the KGB Now Sports with the Chainsaw. KGB, good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you, David, and hello again, everybody, in the sports world. Oh, a perfect setting for about 2.5 hours downtown yesterday. Sunshine, the first place Padres leading 3-0. A nearly packed house at Petco. Then the Dodgers spoiled the party with a 4-run comeback in 10 innings. Padres lose 4-3. The Padres blow leads 2 days in a row. Instead of a sweep, the Padres split with the Dodgers 2-2, and coupled with Arizona's 7-2 victory at San Francisco, the Padres lead over the D-backs shrinks to 3.5 games. And it's back to interleague play this weekend as the Padres host the arch-rival Seattle Mariners. First pitch from Petco tonight, 7:05 our time on Channel 4. This day in history, 1972, baseball's first female umpire, Mrs. Bernice Guerra, called the balls and strikes in her first game and resigned just a few hours after it was over. It's bad enough being called blind, but blind slut was just too much for Bernice.
No.
And, who could blame her on June 24th, 1972? Now, if it was a guy, blind a-hole, she could probably take that, but you know what I'm saying. Annika Sorenstam is 2 strokes off the pace at the U.S. Open after 1 round in her quest to grab the third leg of the Women's Grand Slam. Meanwhile, in the National Bet,
so we're set to go here in the third. Still no score. And even though this hometown's team is on an 8-game losing streak, the fans here at Prozac Park don't seem to mind. They're just out there to have a good time at the game. Why not? It's a beautiful evening here, sun setting, shining on parts of the field and parts of the ball players, really highlighting and isolating some of the athletes' special components. And here comes Jason Anderson. You need a spotlight to highlight this youngster's features. Tall, tan, young, lovely. Anderson waits. Morgan fires, split finger, just low, ball 1. Jason Anderson, what a talent. You can't help but notice the young man's batting stance. He really pushes out the hind end, as if he's somehow proud of it. Why not? The 1-0, and Anderson takes strike 1. A reminder that after the game tonight, we head out to Anusal Stadium and then to Stay Free Field for a weekend series before coming home on Monday. Catcher Chris Chatburn now heads out to the mound to have a talk with Morgan. Probably some confusion on the signs. And while he does so, we can take this opportunity to remind you that this portion of today's broadcast brought to you by Poise Pads and Panty Liners. For female urine protection and bladder control problems, be self-assured with Poise.
Skitball Association. San Antonio superstar Tim Duncan led the Spurs to their 3rd NBA title in 7 seasons with a 25.11 rebound performance to beat the defending champ Detroit Pistons 81-74 in the first Game 7 in 11 seasons. This finals will be remembered as one of the best ever, and as NBA expert Ruth66 astutely noted, F the superstars. These were 2 great teams. And then Ruthie said, but I miss Shaq and Kobe.
I do.
Typical Ruthie wanting to have it both ways. But you're on to something.
That's what you get.
The NBA needs to make basketball more exciting, and Commissioner David Stern is answering by instituting 4 new innovations starting next season. 1, if a fan throws something from the stands and it goes into the basket, it counts for his or her team. 2, if the ball will be dangerously overinflated with nerve gas, that should add some tension. 3, players will ride around the court on angry ostriches. And 4, if you violate the shot clock, you lose an arm. 4 new innovations Commissioner David Stern is adding to NBA games next season to help the casual fan sustain interest, even though interest in this bit was not sustained. In other sports, David.
Get your hands on a C-section this morning's USA Today.
It is 7:31 and 2 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my!
Be a part of the KGB workforce and win tickets. It's the summer of 9 to 5. Your chance to win tickets to concerts, events, and theme parks every hour, 9 to 5 each weekday, all summer long. Listen at work and win from the station getting you through the gate for free. 1015 KGB.
What is it about hot chicks that they never want to get naked in magazines until they're pregnant?
I don't know.
Or old.
Yeah. That's a disturbing
Do you know who the latest is now?
Well, Sharon Stone was one we talked about a week ago or so.
Doris Roberts?
It's Britney Spears now.
Oh, God. Keep it covered.
You know, Vanity Fair started this with Demi Moore back in 1991 when her boyfriend was 12.
Right.
A source close to Britney says she desperately wants to do it. She knows she's got to stay in good shape. Too late.
Come on.
Demi was 8 months pregnant for her cover. Wow. Is this what we have to look forward to, Shell? Is Mugwump's going to get you knocked up and you're going to get naked and pose for the cover of the Penny Saver?
No. I'm not sure they'd have me. No, we're not.
Holding up like a roll of saran wrap on a fly swatter. Right. Coupons. Shop at Albertson, save 13 cents. Swear to God, this is true yesterday.
Yeah.
Coming home from my golf game, stopped to pick up some chicken and stuff to make dinner. And I am the worst picker of the line.
Oh,
the checkout line. I am the worst.
Timing is everything.
The worst picker.
Yeah.
I swear. Everything's a contest. I mean, when you're in there, you got to pick out the one.
Right.
How many people, how much they have in their basket.
But I mean, you got to pick out the one MILF, and you know everything's a competition. You got to do that all. Right. And I pick out the one line, and the first thing I do when I pick out my line is I look over and I spot my parallel person in the next line. Right. Okay, now if I'd gotten in behind that person, okay, I got to pay attention now. If they get out, like, you know,
to
5
see if you
minutes.
were right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm never right. Ever.
I hate that. It's very complicated. You got to judge, you know, how fast is the checker? Is it a trainee in one and two? I mean, there's a lot of components, Dave.
And if you go to the same store, then
Or the
you
hot
know
checker.
the good and the bad ones.
You're willing to stand in line.
I'll give up 2 spaces for a hot
17
checker.
people deep for the hot checker.
But then you lose the contest.
Sir, there's no way to... Tough, I don't need this. I'm good here.
It's a different kind of contest. To be the top.
There must have been like 4 or 5 people deep in all the lines, and I found the one that had one lady in it, and she had one produce bag, and she had like 3 kiwis in it.
Big deal. Go for it.
I'm in.
You got it.
I unload all my stuff, and then I hear the questioning starting. Oh, I thought it was just 3 for $1.
Oh no!
I thought I saw it. I thought I saw it in my flyer, 3 for $1. He goes,
Not
well,
the
ma'am,
flyer.
it's ringing up as $1.50. I swear to God, I said, lady, I'll give you the 50 cents. She acted like she didn't hear me.
Right.
Swear to God, I said, I'll give you the
Just
50
move it along,
cents.
It's a matter
of principle.
She made the poor dumb son of a bitch checker go through the entire flyer.
God.
And he's like, I think that starts tomorrow. And I'm saying, I'll give you, I'll buy him for you. That's when I said, I'll buy him for you.
Right.
You know what she does?
What?
After about, and it was really only 3 minutes, but those 3 minutes, they move in slow motion.
It's like dog ears, yeah.
You know, you should be, here's my one thing, here's my $1, get out.
Right.
She gives him the stuff and says, I'll come back tomorrow. For 50 cents. She says, I'll come back tomorrow.
And is she driving there? So it's going to be 50 cents of gas to get back and forth on the wasted trip.
Well, I don't know anyone who walks to the grocery store.
Well, that's my point.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, are you kidding me? You're coming back tomorrow?
Well, maybe she'll get pancaked by a bus on the way back tomorrow and
keep a good thought.
Get your secret
lovely,
revenge.
Boyer.
That's what you get.
You're right. All of us leapt to maybe she'll die.
Well, I did too. I'm with him, actually. Hey, thin in the herd.
But think of the bus. Come on. That'll just stop
That's
traffic.
true.
Come on.
Close it off. Move along.
That's right.
You know, they'd close down the entire street for an investigation.
Well, anyway, back to Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
They started this in 91 with Demi Moore. Britney desperately wants to do it. She's got to stay in good shape. Editors of Vanity Fair are hoping to shoot Britney in her 7th month so that the issue can arrive at newsstands before she actually gives birth. It's not a done deal. For one thing, Britney is asking for some ridiculous amount of money.
Oh, God.
What is it? Lisa Rinna did this. Why is it that when we want to see you naked, you won't do it? When we don't want to see you naked...
Keep it covered.
But there's nothing more beautiful than a pregnant woman.
Yeah, there is.
Except for when she's not pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah, do other men want to see that? I mean, your husband, yeah. But is that a turn on?
That's a big fetish
You
for
know,
some men.
if it's a fetish, and if
Right.
they're playing to that, they're as kooky as the people who thinks it's a fetish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Sick. I think so, too.
Sick and twisted.
Yeah.
You know, one of the guys down the hallway over there has that knocked up bikini broad contest once a year.
Yeah.
So
Pregnant bikini contest. I think that's a Rock 105 thing.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And they do it every year, and I'm sure they get a huge turnout.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a freak show and a perv show.
Shelley Dunn knocked up naked on the cover of the Penny Saver.
Oh, stop it.
Nice.
Roll of saran wrap in one hand.
Stop
No
it.
staples. No staples in that penny
And
saver.
black and white.
Nice. Oh, I
Worked
think
for
they have
Ansel
three.
Adams.
I think they have 3 color.
Do they really?
I think so.
Wow. Thank you. The red, the white, the black.
Yeah.
Nice. It's lovely. You probably won't see that any time
Really?
in your lifetime. No. No.
I'd have to look if you did.
Well, of course. I would expect you to. But I won't be doing it.
Well, thanks a lot. Your stinginess continues. Your perfect record of
you
stinginess.
said you don't want to, you don't want to see knocked up broads naked on a cover of anything.
want to see you knocked up and naked?
Well, I'm not going to get knocked up.
Well, thank you.
I'm not going to do what you want.
We finally got your invitation, and it's lovely.
Oh,
You and
good.
Mugwumps there, and
Mike.
a wonderful picture. It's very cute. It's very nicely
Yeah,
done.
but did you notice that you have to accept with pleasure?
Well, what we did
you
is
can't
there's a
just
box that
reluctantly
says
agree.
Right.
there's a box that says accept with pleasure, and then I can attend with regret. So I cut out the with pleasure and put where you accept with regret. That's weird.
Thank you.
So you just, select
Okay.
parts of each sentence and check
Okay.
the box.
Okay.
Moved around a little
Yeah,
paste.
exactly. But it is a very cute
Well, thank you.
invitation.
Yeah,
Good
my brother
job.
thinks it looks like I'm holding him down.
It does.
You're standing
It
over him
does.
with your
If we're
shoulder.
gonna- If we're going to go ahead and crack on the
Yeah,
picture,
yeah.
let's go
Piggyback.
ahead and crack on it.
It's a piggyback.
Yeah,
book.
the invitation
Yeah.
is a picture of Mike and Shelley at the beach. And you know that Kilroy guy that's just like barely peeking over the brick wall? That's Mike. And Shelley's out there. Here, full shot of me! And just a little bit of him.
Like you're playing leapfrog, and he's
Yeah.
like from his
Right.
nipples up,
Maybe.
and you're completely over him.
Right.
You almost see his whole face.
Yeah, and his face
It's like from the
is.
nose up, you know.
You
Have
see
you
his
noticed
face.
his face is in the shadow? So the lighting,
Well, it
once
looks-
again, is horrible for the other person and beautiful for you.
Well, when it because that's a color shot, and when we did it in the black and white, which you just have to do and take the crapshoot that it'll turn out fine.
But still,
it came out
Shell,
darker.
it's all about the bride. Just tell him.
Well,
really is.
hello.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it was pretty
It
obvious.
doesn't matter
No, he's
what
not
Mugwump
buying a
looks
gown.
like.
Hit Mike.
Your hair looked perfect.
Oh, thank you. As compliments, Malin.
This is darling.
Okay, now get most of me. If you get one of his eyes, that's okay. You can go home now.
Shoving down the man.
Just take pictures of me.
And it was on the beach, right?
Uh-huh.
Was he buried that far
got
down in
her
the sand?
She's got her hands on his shoulders. It's like she's just, get out of the shot.
She's shoving him into a riptide. Are you
Get
kidding?
out. Get away.
Exactly.
Get out of the
Gun
picture.
policy on you. Take
Go
a swim.
away, mud flaps. It's my
Mike.
turn to
His name is
shine.
Mike.
I like mud flaps. That's my new favorite.
Well, we have more from that series that you'll see at the wedding.
Beautiful.
Yeah, can't wait.
Well, I can't wait to see that with pleasure.
You put an exclamation point on yours. You did. You put accepts with pleasure and an exclamation point. I
I'm
thought it was
so
very
sweet.
Nice. Right, I know. It kind of looked like your handwriting.
All right, dirty pictures of Sheryl Crow. Who wants to see them?
Let's
Come
go.
on. All right, let's go.
Haven't you got anything
No.
else to do today?
No.
All right, lowercase, I'm ready. Go.
Look, if we were trying to cure cancer, we would stop
Of course.
to look at dirty pictures of Sheryl Crow. Let's see what we got here. It's crow.notlong.com.
How do you spell crow?
You're on your own.
Stupid.
Not like counting crows.
Oh, I think we've seen these before.
Oh, yeah.
The one where she was changing.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
right.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Seen them.
Been there.
Done that.
Thanks for the waste of time. What
Have
else?
fun, Lance. Num, 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 num.
Sheryl Crow is having a dream come true. She's made it into Hustler magazine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was caught on camera changing clothes, doing an album cover shoot. And, that's something I don't understand.
What?
I mean, I know we're not Sheryl Crow,
Right.
but we've done more albums than Sheryl Crow. We've done like 14 or 15. And we never had to go out somewhere and, like, get caught on camera naked
You know what I love?
for our cover shoots, you know?
The best thing about this shot is someone is holding up a blanket, all right, to obscure her from being seen, but it's on the other side of the camera. So it's behind her. It's the exact opposite of what it should be doing.
The only thing should be embarrassed about, she doesn't have any makeup on in that picture.
No kidding.
But damn, she looks pretty good.
Good, I like that.
The pictures were sold to Larry Flint. I don't know what he paid for them. I got them for free. And so can you at crow.notlong.com. They've already been published in England. Larry bought the entire collection. The ones he's got, he says, are far more explicit. Far more explicit.
Which reminds me of a story. Georgie Jessel.
Finally, Letterman was talking about Bring Your Dog to Work Day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot mine at home. Damn
Thank
it.
God. That was stupid. What a nuisance.
I think it's nice.
What does the dog care?
The dog doesn't care.
The dog gets to hang out.
Oh, it's hanging out at home. It's
Right.
It's
In
what
its
it
own
knows.
place,
It's
right.
comfortable, you know. It's familiar.
That's fun.
In their little beds.
It's a cute idea, but when someone's actually walking their Shih Tzu around here, don't you look at them and go, you mook. Come on.
Especially my bare legs and my shorts are a magnet for their nose and tongues.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
walk around and I get just slimed by every dog that they're...
Look at my dog. Look at my... That's what they do.
Thank you.
What a living hell, Chainsaw.
It is, David. I remember that time in the foxhole when
I was licking your nose.
when that German Shepherd came and started licking. And I'm not talking about a dog, an actual German Shepherd.
Bring your dog to work day. And you know your bosses have got to feel good about your productivity on that day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Supervisor walking around.
Oh, isn't they cute?
Seeing Marion over there in the corner with her Labrador. Okay.
In a plastic
Gonna
bag.
get a lot out of you today.
Right.
Letterman was saying, in honor of Bring Your Dog to Work Day, jilted bridegroom John Mason is bringing Jennifer Wilbanks into the office. Oh. It's not nice.
She's a pug.
Chainsaw, did you see the story that there's an umpire at Wimbledon who wants the tennis players to stop grunting?
I've heard about this.
Maria Nipolova was registered at 101 decibels.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Which is the same sound output as a police siren. That's how loud she's grunting at Wimbledon.
Grunting is good.
What?
Grunting is good. I like the grunting.
At tennis?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You watch tennis?
Sometimes, yeah. Makes it more interesting.
And you watch for the grunting?
Well, I'd watch more often when they grunt. Just because it makes it more interesting.
You're right out there, aren't you, honey? You just put it right out there, don't you?
The Williams sisters grunt pretty good, too.
Right.
Monica Seles was the original champ of that.
Oh, she has been surpassed by Maria Nipolova.
Oh, Maria's crazy.
The girl is just a police siren. 101 decibels.
Wow. It's kooky. You know, you constrict, you can feel your abdomen, the tension.
No, I don't know how to grunt.
No, you don't? Maybe that help you with your pea shiver.
That's how you take care of each other.
What's that?
Well, we look after each other.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
I got your
Yeah.
back.
Got it, dog.
This is the DSC at Night.
1015 KGB.
Sometimes it just costs more to do things right. Hi, San Diego. I'm John Hawkins, president of Cloud9 Shuttle. At Cloud9 Shuttle, we pride ourselves in paying the extra price for safety and excellence. From new, well-maintained vans and uniformed trained drivers to Blue Ribbon Insurance, Cloud9 is only about doing it right. Sure, it costs more to have a fleet of accessible vehicles for our friends with disabilities, and sure, it costs more to have new tires, brakes, and windshield wipers. But we know we have a lot riding on us, and we're only about doing it right. So whether you're traveling to or from the airport, let Cloud9 Shuttle provide you and your loved ones with the quality of service you deserve. Let our professional drivers with expertly maintained vans ensure that your travels are safe and dependable. Yes, our prices may be a little higher, but in this world of you get what you pay for, sometimes it's worth a little extra to know for sure that your best interests are taken care of on our highways.
Cloud9 Shuttle, the cheerful white vans with the palm trees. Door-to-door airport convenience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just call 1-800-9-SHUTTLE. You'll be pleased you did.
Longtime Diet Snapple drinker Leanne Perry loves our Diet Peach Iced Tea. She says it's the best diet drink out there. Leanne, since you said some nice things about us, my friend Eric here is going to return the favor and say some nice things about you.
Hello? Hey, Keith, wanted to talk to you for a second about how wonderful Leanne Perry is.
Who's this?
This is Snapple, and she's probably one of the greatest people that's ever walked the face of the earth.
I would say that.
So, Keith, when are you going to pop the question? We want to make sure you understand what a little Diet Peach she is.
Another favor returned. Try Diet Snapple Peach Iced Tea. It's the peachiest. Snapple, the best flavors on earth made for the best people on earth.
AMPM is the place to go when you're looking for the great taste of Snapple. At AMPM, you can choose your favorite flavors from Snapple's teas and juice drinks in both regular and diet. Snapple makes flavors just for you, and AMPM brings them to you. From lemon iced tea to kiwi strawberry, AMPM is the place to get the Snapple you love. Stop by AMPM today, and don't forget the Snapple.
My girl kept trying to drag me out to fancy high-class stuff. I needed to elevate my taste, she'd say. So, I went to McDonald's and had a new premium chicken sandwich. My taste level rose all right, and I tried them all. The Ranch BLT, the Club, the Classic, crispy chicken one day, grilled the next. That weekend, Shakespeare made sense. I stayed awake at the symphony, and at the ballet, I didn't laugh. Okay, I did a little bit.
McDonald's is stepping up with new premium chicken sandwiches. The Ranch BLT, hickory smoked bacon, tangy ranch sauce. The Club, savory Swiss cheese, crispy bacon. And the Classic, mayo and juicy tomatoes. Tender grilled or crispy chicken breast on a honey wheat bun.
Now I know what elevate means, and I didn't even look it up.
At participating McDonald's.
Zip in, zip out at McDonald's drive-thrus. Now open 5 a.m. through midnight or later. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late night. Mickey D's has you covered. McDonald's, a great way to start or finish your day.
America is a country of entrepreneurs, and if you're a small business owner, you're helping shoulder the lion's share of the U.S. economy. You can lighten that load a little at Sam's Club. To save you time, we offer click and pull and fax and pull. Place your order online at samsclub.com or by fax before 5 p.m. And at no extra charge, it's ready to pick up as early as 7 a.m. the next day. Now that's teamwork, and we're proud to be a small part of your team. Sam's Club. We are in business for small business.
She sailed for 47 years, protecting America on an unparalleled odyssey. Now you can live the adventure and honor the legend of the USS Midway. Become a Midway Museum member today by visiting www.midway.org.
DSC at night. DSC at night.
This is the KGB.
Any interesting stories to share since our company Clear Channel sold the bathrooms?
Yes.
What you got for me?
We have 2 one-holers down the hallway, right? For like 200-300 people to share.
Let me just reset this in case you missed it. Our company Clear Channel here has been forced by the Department of Justice, I think, to sell some of our radio stations.
Right.
And we're selling them, but we're keeping them here in the building. It's really weird.
It's convoluted.
We're keeping them here in the building, but now we have to put up walls because
why?
We don't want to see each other.
Something like that.
Because we're competitors now.
Right.
And during the reconstruction, we sold our bathrooms to the new competitor. So here at the largest broadcast complex in America with hundreds and hundreds of employees, we have no bathrooms.
10
but
radio
we have
stations.
porta potties.
Right.
We have porta potties out in the parking lot.
Right.
And I'm not kidding.
And you have to go down a hallway, around the corner, and through 2 security doors.
It's out in Terra Santa, I think.
Yeah, that's basically what happens.
There's
It's
a
impossible to do it during any commercial break.
The radio stations are in Mission Valley, but I think our porta potties are out on the other end of this enormous parking lot.
Mm-hmm. And in the building itself, which has hundreds of people, 10 radio stations, there are 2 one-holers down the hall. And now they have designated. They used to be unisexual.
Right.
Now one's men's. Now one is women's.
I don't blame them.
They're enforcing it.
I don't blame them. If you were abroad, would you want to use the same bathroom some guy is using?
Well, the staff's, it's got to be 2 to 1 male.
And the thing that I don't like about it now is, the one, if it's a one person. I mean, the big, gigantic bathrooms that we sold to our competitors, that's just like, a swinging door. You push it open, you go in, you pick your place.
Plenty for everybody.
You do your thing.
Yeah.
The one-holer is just, you go in, you lock the door.
Right.
Well, the odds are now 10 times that someone's going to try and get in while you're in there. Before, sometimes you could get in there, get out. No one would knock on the door or anything.
And if you're standing out there for like more than a minute, you
Look
realize,
out.
oh, God.
So I'm in there this morning, and I'm just trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. You know you're going to get blamed for stuff.
For the guy before you.
And no one knocks. No one just walks up to the closed door. Gee, what are the odds that someone's in there because the door is closed? Right. And no one just goes... They hit the freaking handle with a baseball bat. Right. Bang, bang. It's like, hey, figure it out, numbnuts. Someone is in there.
Is this locked? This door handle isn't working.
So,
did that clamp you up?
Oh my! Do you think
broke it off?
It's like they're kicking it down like Mannix is trying to get in. It's like someone's in here, stupid.
Boy, that George Chamberlain can be a rude bastard.
So I haven't even been down to the porta potty trailer.
I have.
Really?
No.
I don't blame you.
Have you?
No, and I won't. I'm not camping. I'm working.
Well, I mean, then you got to retain because.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yesterday we had a meeting real fast, and there was like a long wait with both doors locked, and I said, "Oh God!"
I don't understand why this is going to take weeks either. Why would it take weeks?
Well, they're contractors.
I don't care.
I mean, you know how that goes.
This should be done like in a matter of. It should be done by the end of this weekend.
You are right. It should be, but it won't.
It should be.
Yes, because they'll say it'll be done in a week, and that means translation 2 months.
Oh yeah.
And we all know that's true.
Oh yeah.
If you've had any work done, you know it's true.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
2 months at least.
At least, if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky, and if you've paid them in advance, and they've already cashed your check and taken a small vacation, and then come back.
Change jobs.
Yes.
Quit their career.
They need to plant 2 hedgerows with an end on it and label it men right outside.
Oh, that's what Mike McGregor's doing. You'll be happy to know. Because now have you noticed there's a river in the...
What?
In
A
the
river?
parking, yeah, there's a river in the parking lot. Oh, you better step over it.
There was something dripping out of the trash dumpster before they ever closed off the bathrums. I think it's unrelated.
That's got to be good.
Yeah.
Dead bodies.
It's still a river of goo.
But it is. You're right.
It's horrible.
You're blaming that on Mike McGregor. All right.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, everyone's to blame. I mean, come on.
Except for me.
Except for me.
That's
well,
right.
I just hold it. I just wait until I get to the
So now I've been down there yet.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's magnificent. It's awful.
It is awful.
It really is.
It's like you're at a bad golf tournament. You know, with those porta potties they have out there.
You got a trough, which is nice if you want to stand next to somebody.
Ugh.
And the sink is about, 8 inches wide?
They have sink. They have like
one. And you know the hydraulics are just amazing in those type of places. And one airplane type flush toilet.
It's funny, I've worked in a lot of weird situations, all the radio stations I've worked at, but I've never had my company sell the bathrooms
Yeah, I know.
to a competitor.
Who knew
Tough
that was the
times.
valuable stuff here?
I don't know.
I'm, looking back on it now, I do understand it is
And who
valuable.
knew that was, what the price tag was on? I would have thought it was
Exactly.
like on the transmitter, the broadcast license, the format, the call
Right,
letter, something.
right.
Nope, it's the bathrooms.
Yeah.
They want the bathrooms.
21st century, different time, different place. You got to do what you got to do, I suppose.
And they're talking about weeks of this stuff.
Which I don't understand. Why?
Because they're contractors.
Oh, sorry.
They can't
Forgot
do it
that part.
fast.
Hey, you know what? How about giving them a cash incentive to finish it up early? How about bringing them in here 24/7? How about doing 3 shifts?
Well, I'm sure it's legal.
Deal.
I'm sure it's legal.
Right.
You know, when you're talking about less is more with shorter commercial breaks and fewer bathrooms.
And we put them over in Terra Santa.
This is a conspiracy against our bladders.
Right.
Yeah. This place, this is like that little mom and pop ice cream store you walk into. It's like, can I use the bathroom? We don't have one.
Right.
Well, what do you do?
You don't.
Sorry, you're only allowed one question.
Then I'll pass on the syrup.
You don't want to know what I do. Just order your ice cream and move along.
No soup for you.
You don't want to know. So, and I don't know what the solution to this thing is.
Time.
Just take
Right.
it.
We just have to
Time.
wait.
Coffee
Suffer.
cans, man.
Take it. Coffee cans?
Coffee cans and catheters.
Yeah. Look at you sucking up the Starbucks over there. What are you doing to
I'm
yourself?
an idiot. I'm tortured.
What are you
It's
doing?
Masochism.
You're looking down the barrel. You're Elmer Fudd. No more Bullwitch.
Lack of sleep, no bathrooms, and less is more. I'm killing myself.
$1,000 goes out the door. The Grand a Day, Every Day giveaway wraps up another great week here at KGB. That means at 10 o'clock this morning, We'll take another 101 entries for next week's Grand A Day giveaways. Go to 101kgb.com. Instructions are there. Let's see if we can give away $1,000. Change a life this morning here on the KGB.
This is the DSC at Night.
101.5
KGB.
Let's go to our eye in the sky for the latest update on traffic.
Whoa, traffic is crazy on La Mesa Boulevard off Spring Street around Billiards Direct in La Mesa. Looks like a 4th of July sale.
I heard Billiards Direct is the best buy in billiards.
Must be. People are yelling about 20% off pool cues and darts. Somebody even got a pool table for just $8.95.
Sounds like shoppers need to get to Billiards Direct on La Mesa Boulevard.
Mention this ad and Billiards Direct will pay your sales tax. Get to La Mesa Boulevard off Spring Street now or call 619-462-RACK.
Carlberger Dodge, San Diego's #1 Dodge truck dealer in 2004, wants to remain #1 in 2005, and they'll do whatever it takes to earn your business. They're the home of the SRT 10 Viper truck, the fastest production truck on the planet. No dealership pays less for their new cars, trucks, and SUVs, which means big savings for you on Carlberger's entire inventory. Hurry down to Carlberger Dodge World, your 5-star dealer, and test drive the all-new Dodge Charger with the Hemi engine. Carlberger has been serving San Diego for 65 years, just off Interstate 8 in La Mesa.
So as you hold that lotus position, breathe, feel your body hover in yin and yang duality. Just like my Newcastle Brown Ale here. It's full of flavor, like you, Cato. Yet easy drinking, figuratively speaking, like Stacy here.
That Newcastle stuff is really interrupting our chi.
Newcastle always flows smoothly.
Where's our regular yogi, Lyle?
Sad story. Lyle bent himself too far and snapped.
I don't think you're allowed to have beer in here.
That's a myth, my friend. And now unfold the lotus.
All right, that's it. I'm out of here.
Good riddance. And by the way, your unitard has a hole in it.
Okay.
Newcastle Brown Ale. It's full-flavored. It's easy to drink. It's the yin and yang of ale.
Who wants a Newcastle?
Imported by Scottish and Newcastle Importers, San Rafael, California. Drink responsibly, drive responsibly.
The cars of summer are here, and so are the savings at Mossy Toyota on Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach.
Mossy Toyota in Pacific Beach. Mossy Toyota.
Buy it by the bay and save on Mossy Toyota's giant inventory of hot new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Save big with huge factory rebates on top of Mossy's already low prices. Get a $1,000 factory rebate on every new 05 Toyota Camry sedan and Sienna minivan. Get a huge $2,500 factory rebate on all new 05 V8 Tundra Access cabs. Imagine how much you'll save with these big rebates plus Mossy Toyota's low prices. Just try to find a better deal. Things are really heating up at Mossy Toyota, but just like summer, these savings won't last forever, so don't wait. Buy it by the bay and save today at Mossy Toyota, Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach.
Mossy Toyota in Pacific Beach.
Rebate excludes Solera. APR in lieu of rebates and 7505.
It's the Honda Red Hot Summer Festival at Escondido Cycle Center. Grab sizzling deals on all new motorcycles, all-terrain vehicles, and scooters. Plus, 8.9 fixed APR with 0 down, up to 60 months on approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. Even $500 in bonus bucks on select models. Escondido Cycle Center, 1415 Montiel Road off 78 at Nordall. 60 monthly payments of $27.91 for each $1,000 finance. Bonus bucks good with purchase of select new 2005 and prior year models. Offer ends 7/31/05. Other restrictions apply. See ECC for details. Honda. Performance first.
Hey, it's Jim Rome.
Weekday mornings at 9.
Everybody knows it's coming, and they still can't handle it. This much I am sure of. The world as we know it has changed.
The new home of Rome in San Diego.
9 a.m. on Extra Sports AM 570. Do it.
It's a Bromowitz.
I hate that guy.
And the DSC at night. KGB.
Scortolata.
Yes?
I'm looking for a new joke. I'm looking for a new joke I can tell my friends this weekend. So what do we have for anyone who can stump the joke czar?
We have tickets to go see Dave Attell and Dane Cook tonight.
Oh, let's do that. 888-570-1015 is our number right now. It's Stump the Joke Czar. I want a new joke I can tell my friends this weekend. Nicole hates my what's brown and sticky joke.
I love that
she
joke.
hates it.
Oh, no.
And she's the
why?
only person I know who hates what's brown and sticky.
It's one of my favorite go-to jokes.
I tell it all the time.
Yeah.
I tell it purposely in front of her with people who have never heard it. They all laugh.
Right.
And Nicole, I hate that joke.
I love that joke. You could tell it to anyone in mixed company, to children.
It's a great joke.
It's a great joke.
My kids love it.
Yes, of course they do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotta have a talk with that girl.
She hates that joke. So, I've got tickets to Dave Attell tonight, if you can stump the joke czar. Bring your joke. Stop before the punchline. I, aided by the Count of the Court of Kooks, Chris Boyer. And, of course, the Court of Kooks. Shelley Dunn.
Yep.
Cookie Randolph. And she with the vast knowledge of all jokes, Route 66. If we don't know the punchline to your joke, you get those tickets. 888-570-1015. By the way, this always gets forgotten. Your joke, by definition, must be what?
Funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
And not Tom Cruise funny.
What in the hell was that supposed to be?
Joke?
No, you don't understand. A joke is when you make somebody laugh.
There it is. A joke is when you make somebody laugh. Peter, you're on. Stump the joke czar. Let's hear it.
All right, so Jesus, Moses, and this old man are golfing. Jesus hits the ball in the water, walks across the top of the water, throws the ball in the fairway. And Moses and the old man said, nice shot, Jesus. So Moses gets up, hits the ball. The ball goes in the water. What's he do? He parts the water, throws the ball in the fairway. This old man gets up, hits the ball, but only goes a couple feet. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this squirrel comes running across the fairway, picks up the ball, starts running across the fairway. Out of nowhere, this eagle comes out, picks up the squirrel, and starts flying through the air. Then a bolt of lightning comes out of the sky, hits the eagle, and the ball falls out of the squirrel's mouth, point, 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 hole in one. What did Jesus say to the old man?
Jesus said to the old man one of two things: nice shot, Dad, or quit showing off, Dad.
Good job, Dave.
Yeah, of course I got it. Hang on! Beth, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Let's hear it.
Okay, what do you call an overweight oceanside hooker?
A marine layer.
A heavy marine.
Yeah, heavy marine layer. You forgot the overweight part, Czar.
Alan, you're on Stump the Joke Czar.
Yes. What is the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral?
One less drunk. Steve.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me something about Steve. Is he a guy?
He's a great guy, Steve.
Okay, Steve doesn't know. Steve.
There's another Steve.
Let's hear it, Steve.
This joke is so funny, I can't even tell it.
You can't even tell it?
I'm laughing in my car.
All right.
One sand dune say to the other sand dune.
Steve, how old are you?
I'm pretty old.
Want to come over?
Like how old?
I'm in my late 30s.
Yeah. You married?
Yeah.
Got kids?
Yeah, that's where I heard the joke.
You're a grown family man, and you're going to tell me a joke out of Family Highlights?
Okay, what did the sand dune say to the bean?
What did one sand dune say to the other sand dune?
How you doing?
You laughed at that, Chainsaw?
Just the way he said it.
I know.
Just the way he embraced that horrible joke. I laughed, yes.
See, Count, this is why we can't have these guys as members of the Court of Kooks.
They're a detriment.
Yeah. They're bringing us down. They're bringing our record down.
That kills us. For every time they help, they hurt 10.
Hold on, Steve.
Well, you didn't know the joke, Mr. Czar.
Because it's not funny. We don't know the stupid ones.
Yeah, what's brown
How
and sticky?
many times?
It was dorky. It just wasn't funny.
Error. Chainsaw.
All right.
E. Chainsaw.
My bad.
Not good. Sharon, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Let's hear it.
Why did they take Raggedy Ann out of the toy box?
Oh, I know this one. It's a pretty good one, too. Shoot, it's not coming to me. This is a good joke, too. Go ahead, Sharon. Why did they take Raggedy Ann out of the sandbox?
That was the toy box, and it's because she kept sitting on Pinocchio's nose saying,
Oh, lie to me. Yeah. It's not that good of a joke.
What a buildup.
Craig.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Hey, what's the difference between pea soup and roast beef?
Well, everyone wants roast beef.
No.
Oh, what?
You can pea soup.
What?
Huh?
You can roast beef, but you can't pea soup. That's right. You can roast
Isn't
beef.
that where I was?
No, you can roast the verb. You can roast beef.
You know, he's killing us. He's killing us, Dave.
Boy.
He's just killing us.
We just got the...
I thought you said everybody wants roast beef.
But no one wants to pea soup.
Which one are you? Are you boy or a chainsaw? Huh? Which one are you?
He's the speed bump.
If you're going to push me out of the way, have it right.
Okay.
A very controversial Stump the Jokes are so far.
What's up there, Rob?
Hey, what's going on?
Talk to me, cuckoo.
Hey, what's brown and sits on a piano bench?
Route 66. What's brown and sits on a piano bench?
Do I know this one?
Of course you do.
I do. Brown sits on a piano.
What's brown and sits on a piano bench?
Something about your organ?
No.
A tulips, I think.
I don't remember.
I think I know it. Do you know it?
We're waiting for... Do I know it?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know it, David.
Chainsaw, you can make up a lot of lost ground for the big E, but make sure you know it.
God.
What's brown, Chainsaw, and sits on a piano bench?
Was it Beethoven's Fifth Movement?
Yes, it was.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to know what happened to the other four.
Dave. Chainsaw, if you can get this one right, you will be reinstalled full Court of Kook status, okay? Go ahead,
Did you hear
Dave.
about the blonde terrorist who tried to blow up a car?
Chainsaw, what happened to the blonde terrorist who tried to blow up a car?
She burnt her lips on the exhaust pipe.
Oh, full reinstatement into the Court of Kooks.
Welcome.
Sharply hanged up. Nicely done. Welcome back, Chainsaw.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Did a little time in the joke gulag.
I think I'll just be quiet the rest of the way and be good.
Kendall, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Let's hear it.
Okay, there's a rabbit walking in a forest. They find
Say it again. Say it again. Say it
Start
again.
again.
Oh, sorry. A bear and a rabbit in a forest.
Stupid rabbit.
Bear and a rabbit in a forest. They find a lamp, a magic lamp. Genie appears and says, "All right, guys, 3 wishes." Bear says, "I'll go first. I wish I was the only male bear in this entire forest." And rabbit says, "I wish I had a motorcycle helmet." Bear's like, "That's weird." Second wish. Bear says, "I wish I was the only male bear in this forest and the forest next over." And the rabbit says, "I wish I had a motorcycle." And the bear's like, "Rabbit, you're not getting it." Finally, the third wish, Bear says, "I wish I was the only male bear in the entire world." Genie says, "Okay." The rabbit, meanwhile, has put on the motorcycle helmet, gotten on the motorcycle, and just as the rabbit's about to take off for his third wish, he says,
What?
"I wish Bear was gay."
I don't get it.
That's because it's not that good. Just not that good. Virgil, you're on Stump the Joke Czar.
All right, Dave, here we go. What's the difference between a G-spot and a golf ball?
Say it again.
What's the difference between a G-spot and a golf ball?
Most guys will spend about 10 minutes looking for a golf ball.
There you go.
Kyle?
Yes.
What's up?
How do you turn a fruit into a vegetable?
Stand on Richard Simmons' oxygen tube for about 10 minutes?
No. Get a white tiger.
What?
Get a white tiger.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Hit a white tiger.
Get a white tiger.
Okay, thanks, Chris.
I'll just be over here.
No, why don't you come on over here? No, come on, seriously. Now, Victoria, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Let's hear it.
Okay, two ladies were walking down a road in Ireland, and the first one said to the second one, and I apologize for my Irish accent, "Oh, look, there's a laddie under there with a kilt on. What do you think they have underneath that?" And the second lady said, "I don't think they have anything on underneath that." And the first one says, "Well, I'll give you $1 if you go see." And the first one says, No, I can't. So they argue back and forth for a little while. Finally, they go up to him and they look under, and sure enough, he has nothing on underneath.
Nothing on under there.
Yep, nothing. And so the first one says, "We've got to let him know we were here."
Oh, what do you think they do? What do you think they do to let him know he was there?
Oh, so I need to hang up the chain?
What could they maybe like tie a ribbon on it or something like that?
Really?
What is that Scotsman going to think when he wakes up? Oh, I guess. By the way, you wanted to be in Scotland, not Ireland, for that one. Steve, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Let's hear it.
Good morning, douche. How does Michael Jackson stick to his nose?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Josh, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Let's hear it.
Dave. What do you call a dead blonde in a closet?
The grand champion winner of the hide and go seek contest. Jeremy, you're on Stump the Joke Czar.
Hey, what's green and yellow and eats nuts?
Gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Art, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Art, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Art is gone.
Wow.
Tom, you're on Stump the Joke Czar.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Hey, I've got a good one for you. So there's this doctor, right? He reaches into his pocket to pull out a pen to write a prescription. Instead, he pulls out a thermometer and says,
"Oh, some a-hole has my pen."
You got it.
Yeah, we know we've got it.
Hang up.
Ed, you're on Stump the Joke Czar.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
This is a simple little one, but somebody told me I should call it in. How do you top a truck?
You're already blaming someone for your lame joke.
Pretty much told me this.
Threw him under the bus.
How do you top a truck?
Yes.
Do you tand in front of the truck?
No.
How do you top a truck? Do you tand on the brakes?
You tap on the brake, stupid.
You tap on the brakes, stupid? Uh-huh. Don't blame you for blaming someone else for that one. Doug, you're on Stump the Joke Czar. Let's hear it.
How can you tell when a blonde is doing the gardening?
I give up, Doug. How can you tell when a blonde is doing the gardening?
Everything's blonde but the bush.
What? What?
He said,
natural blonde.
Not funny.
"Everything's blonde but the bush."
What the hell? What? Patty, you're on Stump the Joke Czar.
Hey.
Hey.
Why do gorillas have such big nostrils?
Because they got big fingers.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
First time she's heard it?
Yeah, like she just wanted to know.
She didn't know the punchline.
Right.
She'd only heard the setup. Ran, you're on Stump the Jokes Are. Let's hear it.
Hey, what do Michael Jackson and caviar have in common?
Michael Jackson and caviar. I give up. What?
They both come on little white crackers.
That's a little twist on the joke, but... Steve, you're on Stump the Jokes Are. Steve.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
What's up, Steve?
Hey, what's green and smells like pork?
Steve, why are you doing this to Kermit? What did he ever do to you? What did Kermit the Frog? He's a nice little Muppet. He's just trying to teach the children how to read and know their numbers. What did Kermit the Frog ever do to you? Okay, Scott, you're on Stump the Jokes Are. Let's hear it.
What do Michael Jackson and Shamu have in common?
Do they both come in little white crackers?
That's not funny.
I know it. I give up. What do Michael Jackson and Shamu have in common?
They're black and white and live in amusement parks.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Scott?
That's a homemaker.
Oh, come on.
That's just stupid.
Well, I know, but...
Scott, don't ever tell that one again. I hope you used a
Do
fake
yourself
name.
a favor.
Seriously, you might want to move. Bye.
Leave the state immediately.
Come on. All right, Beth, you're on Stump the Jokes Are. Let's hear it.
Okay, what do you call an Italian hooker?
I don't know. What do you call an Italian hooker? What do you call an Italian hooker?
A prostitute.
Oh, no.
What was that, Chainsaw?
That is
Chain?
terrible.
Jade is terrible.
That is terrible. That's sarcastic. God. That's
A prostitute?
Yeah.
Terrible.
What are you laughing at her?
What are you laughing at?
Bye, Beth.
She's
cute.
She amuses herself.
Mary, you're on Stump the Jokes Are. Let's hear it.
What's a one-legged man's favorite restaurant?
A one-legged man's favorite restaurant. I give up, Mary. What is a one-legged man's favorite restaurant?
IHOP.
David! That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That is funny.
That's funny. And I got a break. So, nicely done, Mary.
Woo-hoo!
What's a one-legged man's favorite restaurant?
IHOP.
Hey, Mary. What's brown and sticky?
Beethoven's Fifth Movement.
Well, I wonder if Nicole would like that punchline better.
Maybe a little bit better.
Mary,
Yes.
it's a different joke, you homo.
I know. I blew it.
What's brown and sticky?
I don't know that joke. I was listening. What is the joke?
What's brown and sticky?
I don't know.
A stick.
Oh.
Get it?
Oh.
Get it?
I hate that joke. Okay, there's your joke for this weekend. What's a one-legged man's favorite restaurant? IHOP.
I love
You can tell that to anyone.
it. It's true. It's like the brown and sticky joke.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You can
Great.
tell that to anyone. Of course, you can tell how do you get an unpregnant to anyone, too.
Sure.
You'll just get in trouble. So, you only live once. Tell it to your priest this weekend at church.
That's a good idea.
Father McGroin, that was quite a sermon, by the way. I was wondering, do you know how to get an unpregnant? And if he says to you, dress him up like a little altar boy, tell him the alternate punchline.
This is the DSC at Night.
1015
KGB.
Celebrate the 5th annual Big Bay Fireworks Show on San Diego Bay, 9 p.m. Independence Monday. Presented by the Port of San Diego and SAIC to benefit the Armed Forces YMCA. The best viewing areas are Shelter and Harbor Islands, North and South Embarcadero, and Coronado Ferry Landing. Bring your radio, tuned to My 94.1, and enjoy a spectacular soundtrack to the fireworks. Details and parking info at thebigbay.com. Sponsored in part by Humphreys Half Moon Bay Inn and Suites, Manchester Grand Hyatt, and the Manchester Financial Group.
Okay, here's their full name. It's Standards of Excellence Appliance and Decorative Plumbing. But let me tell you what they are, really. This is a company that's been in business for over 30 years. So they're doing something right. Standards of Excellence. They are the contractors and the designer's choice. They're my choice, too. I'm building an outdoor patio as opposed to that indoor patio. And I'm using Standards of Excellence for all my appliances. Each store, beautiful showrooms, professional staff. They're highly trained, knowledgeable people. And new on the market right now is this Decor Outdoor Grill. It comes in 30 and 52-inch sizes. Got 16-inch side burners with a 218K BTU, David. Those side burners are available. It's beautiful stainless steel, superior quality, beautifully fit and finished. Got those state-of-the-art halogen lights so that, in case you do something crazy like grill at night, at dinner time, you can see what you're making. See all the fine Decor products at these Standards of Excellence locations. San Diego, right off Marina, El Cajon, San Marcos, Murrieta, Huntington Beach, and Palm Desert.
Hey, San Diego, they're at it again. The House of Motorcycles is having a red-hot red tag sale. Red-hot savings with our lowest prices of the year on all Honda touring, cruiser, and sport bikes. All red tag sale price. San Diego's House of Motorcycles has the largest selection of Honda inventory, and it all must go before July 4th. Looking for a sport bike? Rev it up with our lowest prices on Honda's incredible CBR 1000RR and CBR 600RR sport bikes. All red tag sale priced. Or if you want a performance cruiser, ride away on the stylish Honda VTX 1300 Cruiser. All red tag sale priced. Price sells. So if you're looking for the lowest price on a Honda street bike, listen to what San Diegans say about House of Motorcycles.
The best financing.
Best price.
They were awesome. See the red, save some green. Now during our red hot red tag sale at San Diego's House of Motorcycles. Honda, performance first. House of Motorcycles on El Cajon Boulevard between Fairmont and College. And on the web at houseofmotorcycles.com.
1015
KGB.
Thank God there's DSC at night.
DSC at
That's
night.
101.5 KGB, baby.
What's the other thing you need to remember? Beethoven's Fifth Movement is not brown and sticky.
Right.
It's brown and sits on a piano bench.
Right.
What's brown and sticky is a stick. Now, Shelley, what's brown and sounds like a bell?
I don't know.
Oh. Ruth, what's brown and sounds like a bell?
A bell?
Come on.
Dung.
A brown bell.
Dung.
That's terrible.
Ruth.
Ew.
And what's brown and sits in the attic?
Come on. Come on.
I don't know.
Count, tell them what's brown and sits in the attic.
The diarrhea of Anne Frank.
Thank you. All right. Let's get a sports update with a chainsaw now here on KGB. Go Bodo.
Well, good morning and thank you, David. And hello again, everybody. In the sports world, a perfect setting downtown for about 2.5 hours. Sunshine. The first place Padres leading the Dodgers 3-0. A nearly packed house at Petco. Then the Dodgers spoiled the party with a 4-run comeback in 10 innings. Padres lose 4-3. And the Padres blow leads 2 days in a row. Instead of a sweep of the Dodgers, the Padres split with L.A. 2-2, and coupled with Arizona's 7-2 victory at San Francisco, the Padres' lead over the D-backs shrinks to 3.5 games atop the National League West. Back to interleague play this weekend as the Padres host the arch-rival Seattle Mariners. First pitch from Petco tonight, 7:05 our time on Channel 4. Annika Sorenstam is 2 strokes off the pace at the U.S. Open after 1 round in her quest to grab the third leg of the Women's Grand Slam. Tiger Woods is a neighbor of Annika's in Florida. They're very good friends, maybe better friends than most people realize. Could Tiger be a peeping tomcat?
People don't realize how hard she works.
She works awfully hard, whether it's in the gym or on the golf course. I mean, she really busts her butt to take it to another level. And people say, yeah, you know, she turned it around. She's now winning a bunch of tournaments, but they don't see what she does at home.
Yeah, and you do because you're watching it through your telescope, you sick bastard.
Really?
It's very sad. Meanwhile, in the National
Hey, before I get started, I'm going to ask you a question. I lost my sunglasses yesterday. Today I went to the Sunglass Hut. Here's the question. Why does a pair of sunglasses cost more than a 25-inch color television set? I walk into the Sunglass Hut. I see a pair of glasses I like. I don't love them. I like them. $309. And I asked the guy very politely, how do you sleep at night, you little And I told him, and this is true, that 2 weeks ago I bought a 25-inch color television set from Walmart for $218. And he goes, well, apparently, sir, you don't get it. I'm listening. He goes, these glasses eliminate 100% of all UV rays. I'm like, no, apparently you don't get it. This thing decodes a digital satellite signal it picks up from outer space.
Basketball Association. The San Antonio superstar Tim Duncan led the Spurs to their third NBA title in 7 seasons with a 25-point, 11-rebound performance to beat the defending champ Detroit Pistons 81-74 in the first game 7 in 11 seasons. Only Michael Jordan has more Finals MVP awards than Tim Duncan. Jordan has 6. Duncan now has 3, as do Magic and Shaq. Great series, Ruthie. Really loved it.
Watched every game.
Now, off the court, but in the courtroom, 31-year-old Dennis Pauly pleaded guilty to throwing a quarter that hit Allen Iverson, smacked him during a playoff game earlier this year. Pauly faces a $500 fine. Well, actually, it's only $499.75. The quarter he threw was confiscated and will apply. Another sports, David?
Read your newspapers.
It's 8:29 and 18 seconds. And this is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, wow.
101.5 KGB welcomes Robert Plant to San Diego on July 21st. It's a Bayside concert with Viejas. We have stacks of tickets for this show. Listen to Win tonight at 11 when we get the let out. From your Concert Connection, 101.5 KGB. Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw present the Grand A Day Everyday Giveaway.
Ready to do this, Blake?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Who we calling?
Emily.
Emily?
Not Scrotata.
Does she answer to Madam Scroats? No. All right, let's see if she's answering the phone. Stand by.
All right, great.
Hello?
Emily?
Yes?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. Where does a one-legged waitress work? Emily? You're close. Where does a one-legged waitress work?
Where does a one-legged waitress work?
Right.
Nothing's coming to mind.
IHOP.
IHOP. Okay.
You know that one-legged waitress that works at IHOP? What's her name? Eileen.
God.
You know that one-legged waitress that works at the IHOP in Japan?
Yeah.
You know what her name is?
I'm afraid to...
Irene.
It's got to be the best wake-up call ever.
So how you doing, Emily?
Good. How are you?
Good. You know who we are?
I would say Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Dave. How you doing?
Good. Blake's on the phone.
Hi, Blake.
Hi, babe.
So,
What's going on?
You're a single mom. You're a full-time student.
Yeah.
Your car just crapped out on you. I heard you were going to a final over at State and someone slammed into you.
Yeah, that's kind of about, the recap there.
Yeah.
It was pretty right on there.
Well, I know you know what the Grand a Day Everyday giveaway is.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Blake has told me about it.
Well, it's you today.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Blake.
Oh, don't thank me, hon. Thank these guys.
Oh, my God.
You're so deserving of it. You really are.
I can't believe it.
That's right.
Thank
Nice
you,
work,
guys.
Blake.
Thanks, sir.
Blake.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Emily.
Yes.
Stand by for a second, okay?
Okay.
Blake.
Yes.
Dude, you got to take credit for this. You got to work it, okay?
Yeah.
This was all your idea, okay?
It's all me, yeah.
It's all on me.
That's right.
In case you want to pay that back a little bit. All right, Emily. $1,000 going to get you back on track, Emily?
Oh, it'll definitely help.
All right. Well, now you remember that when Blake comes home tonight, okay?
Oh, I will.
All right. I got 3 words for you, Emily.
What's that?
Ha-ha. Ha-ha.
And?
Have a nice day.
All right, girlie. Get to work.
All right.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome, Blake. That's the Grand a Day Everyday giveaway. Coming up this morning at 10 o'clock, we'll open up that mailbox again, the email box. Go to 101kgb.com. We'll take 101 brand new entries. Coming up at 10 o'clock this morning here. Next week, another $5,000 goes out the door. We're doing it every day that we're on the radio in 2005. Maybe we should buy ourselves a new bathroom. Maybe we should submit ourselves. Dear Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw, you're a wildly popular morning show, and you have no bathroom. Why don't you take $1,000 out of your own fund and build a new potty? Thanks, you're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Boyer could erect one for us.
Oh, God.
With his carpentry skills.
Could you imagine how bad that would be?
Yes, I can. It would be horrible.
Boyer at home with a saw, whittling out a water closet.
Could use like 4 surplus doors from those projects around the house.
What are you going to work on this weekend?
Probably a Scout or a Rabbit Diesel or something.
Aren't they fixed yet?
There's so much to do.
Then no is the answer.
But you've been working on them for decades.
I know, and it keeps me happy and it keeps me alive.
It keeps you alive?
There are studies that people who retire out of the military at 45, 50 years
You're
old.
not in the military.
Don't have nearly the life expectancy as somebody who works in the regular job force. You need something to keep you moving. You need
Why is the
motivation.
military brought into this?
I don't know.
Because you can do 20 or 25 and retire.
Well, how's your yard coming along?
Very good.
Yeah?
It's beautiful.
Do you work on that at all?
I cut the grass first time last weekend.
It looks good. I saw it the other day.
Really?
It's got a bi-level thing. Is it bi-level or step cut? I never get those two right, but
Your
it
yard
looks good.
is
it's kind of a lesbianic.
bisexual. Cool.
I'm sorry?
Yard's a bisexual. That's cool.
It's a lesbian bush, exactly.
It looks very presentable.
Well, thank you, Jack.
And you mowed it with someone's cast-off second-hand lawnmower?
Yeah, it cost me $6 for a blade and an air filter, and the thing runs like a dream.
I
One
know
pull,
it does.
wham, fires right up.
Oh, I know it does.
Of course it does.
It runs like the greatest lawnmower ever, which is why someone threw it away.
Right.
It runs like the greatest $6 lawnmower.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And after that, I'll probably go in and take a nap.
Budweiser beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
We're Sempra Energy. Maybe you've heard how we're bringing much-needed energy to our region and our nation. Although our name may be new to some, our efforts to make San Diego a better place to live
have impacted many. Each year, Sempra and our employees give time, effort, and financial support to organizations that help make a difference in our communities. Organizations like the Challenge Center that helps those with disabilities, Mama's Kitchen that provides free nutritious meals to many, and the Senior Community Centers of San Diego. Also close to our hearts are programs that advance education, the arts, and the well-being of children. We're proud to support these local organizations and more like them because there's only one San Diego, and we're glad to call it home. For more information about Sempra, visit Sempra.com or call us at 1-888-843-2464.
Carl Berger Dodge, San Diego's #1 Dodge truck dealer in 2004, wants to remain #1 in 2005, and they'll do whatever it takes to earn your business. They're the home of the SRT 10 Viper truck, the fastest production truck on the planet. No dealership pays less for their new cars, trucks, and SUVs, which means big savings for you on Carl Berger's entire inventory. Hurry down to Carl Berger Dodge World, your 5-star dealer, and test drive the all-new Dodge Charger with a Hemi engine. Carl Berger has been serving San Diego for 65 years, just off Interstate 8 in La Mesa.
This is the Rate Report from Quicken Loans. Mortgage interest rates have taken a sharp drop, so call Quicken Loans now for the lowest rates of the year. Call 800-681-0377. That's 800-681-0377. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states.
I'm afraid we're going to need another stool sample.
This is the DSC at Night.
Not for medical reasons. My robot needs food.
101.5 KGB.
Dave, listening to you in Philadelphia this morning. Would you deem this proper? My girlfriend has a thing about lines in grocery stores. If there's a lane open and she's next in line, she jumps all over the person from the back of the line that goes into the lane that just opened, asking for the next person. The only reason that this bothers me is she'll take everything off the conveyor belt to get to that lane. I don't know, unless you get that, and it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. You're waiting, you're looking around, it's going to be forever, and that clerk taps you on the shoulder and says,
"Oh, yeah.
I can take you over here."
Yeah.
It's almost like winning the lottery.
It is.
Otherwise, you're kind of stuck. You made your choice. Ride it out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Yeah, if you've already committed to your items on the belt, you're done.
I'm done.
You're there.
Yeah.
Make more work and take longer.
And you're going to hold up the people behind you. This lady's ready to check you out. Get her done.
And you know the thing I was telling you about? The lady that had one thing, and she was hoping it would be $1 instead of $1.50.
Right.
Because she read it somewhere, and she made the poor little dumb bastard clerk read the entire flyer, and I offered to pay for it.
Right.
Does it surprise you she was a damn foreigner? And if you're a damn foreigner, sorry that upsets you, but,
Move through the
Why
line.
do you have to be so damn foreign?
Yes. Yeah. I was in Costco, and this guy had one thing, like a printer cartridge.
Who does that? Who goes to Costco and gets one thing?
He'd had to look. I mean, I saw...
Unless it's being pushed in on a pallet.
Yeah. And I thought this was weird, but it was like one specific thing he'd come in for. They ring him up. He's in front of me. I have a lot of junk, and he's in front of me, and they ring him up, and I'm sorry, sir, your card's expired. And he's like, oh.
Well, you just renew it.
He didn't want to do it then.
Why?
He was going to come back. I guess the money. I don't know. And
you shouldn't be shopping here.
Right. But I said, just to get him out of the way, you can put it on my card because I'll get the credit for it. Just do that. Are you paying cash? And he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that I was going to get a problem because she was like, oh no, wait, oh no, rules are broken, oh no. Mm-hmm. But she finally went, oh, okay, I guess it's fine.
Right.
And we got him out of the way.
Right. Get out of the way.
Trying to help.
You're not qualified to shop here. Was it Boyer?
I know. But
it takes a lot of discipline, though,
Boyer.
to go into any store and you only have one thing on your list and actually only leave. That's a lot more discipline than I have.
Boyer's a bad Costco shopper.
Oh,
I'm an expeditious shopper, David.
He's the kind of people that we hate.
The abandonment of the cars.
We hate these people.
I know.
Mm-hmm. And individually, we hate him.
No, I don't hate him.
No, I love him.
That was a quick
I know under the chainsaw.
Yes, man.
Really sticking to it there. Mm-hmm. Senator from Massachusetts is recognized.
Thank you.
Mike, you're on KGB. What's going on there, buddy? Mike?
Yeah.
What's going on, bud?
You're talking to a walking dead dumb guy.
Dead man walking?
Yep.
What'd you do?
I was taking a shower this morning, and my girlfriend in the bathroom getting ready for work, and we had gotten in a little fight last night, left some laundry out that I was supposed to put away that she's been reminding me to put away.
And that's what she was...
You need to do this, you need to do that.
You need to do all this stuff!
Exactly right there, what you just did got me in trouble. I am dead.
Why? What happened?
Well, I thought she walked out of the bathroom and left already, and so I said, blah, blah, blah.
Really?
And then I heard the door slam, and then I heard the front door slam, and I ran out and got my towel and dried off, and her car was gone. And
so she heard you mocking her with the broad puppet voice?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Her name is Mithka.
How do you spell that?
Huh?
How do you spell it?
Mithcah.
Mithka.
Yeah.
Good luck finding a song by Foghat. They sing about Mithka. Where is she right now?
She should be on her way to work. I was trying to call her, but she's not picking up her phone.
All right, let me try calling her. Hang on a second here. What's the phone number? Yeah. Oh, no. He just hung up.
Oh! He is in big trouble.
No, he didn't hang up on purpose. His phone cut out on him.
no.
Dude, call me right back. What was that guy's name?
Is it Mike?
Mike, call me right back, Mike. Your cell phone dropped on you. Because I want to call Mithka and find out, does the broad puppet voice annoy?
Oh, no.
Really? Because I'm wondering if it annoys so much, how come I always talk like this?
Well, that's realistic.
Does it really sound like that?
I can't find my ass with two hands.
Right, exactly.
Duh. That's how I talk.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I hear that all the time.
Huh? Well, you're hearing your
I hate it
voice.
when I sound like that.
I do too. Welcome to our world.
It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that's exactly how I sound.
True.
You know how they say, you hear your own voice for the first time.
Oh,
You're like,
I know.
well, I don't sound like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Apparently, I sound like this.
Well, at least you're embracing it.
At least that's how I'm impersonated so often.
How's it going with 3 women in the house? Did your voice turn that way the minute she moved in?
You know, anytime anyone needs any money,
Mm-hmm.
I don't sound like that anymore.
And I bet they don't sound like this. Hi, could I maybe see your credit card?
You got such big muscles, so big and strong.
Carry that big wallet.
handsome.
But once the bill is paid, it's do.
Or if you don't have any money, why? What do you mean you don't have any money, stupid? Go earn some.
What are you doing here?
That is the universal guy voice that all women use.
Of course it is.
All guys are great big drooling clods. And we all talk like this.
On a good day.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. You can't fool me because I'm a moron.
Well, at least you know.
Huh?
At least you know.
What do you mean? I know what? That I'm a moron?
Well.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. They're trying to pull a fast one on me, hey?
What's the matter?
Well, he can't outsmart me because I'm a moron.
You've heard guys call this very show and talk just like that many times.
It's true.
I've never heard a guy say that or use that kind of voice.
Well, they didn't say duh, but...
All the women use that voice.
True.
You ever had that voice dropped on you before? The voice? Besides me. At home. In the supposed loving
The
embrace.
safety of my home.
Yes.
Yes, it's permeated there.
Really?
Yes.
And how do you like it?
Oh, it's fine. We're joking.
You know, we're in love. It'll be happy, you know, and then, you know,
Talk to me in
come
a year.
September.
Right. Shut up! That's not very funny.
Honeymoon's over.
I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the happiest I've ever
Call
been.
me in 3 months.
And ever will be.
Right.
My ex-girlfriend used to bring out the lesbo puppet. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? She just starts.
I thought you were the one who did that.
I did. I was. That's what she said.
Oh, she was mocking you.
Yeah, she was. I pretty much had to shut up.
I
when
told
she
you
started doing that.
when I met you
Yes.
that I love you.
Yes.
Unless that changes, you won't be hearing from me.
Right.
I love that.
I'll let you know.
AJ, you're on KGB. What's going on?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, man.
By the way, earlier in the week, I really wasn't trying to throw you under the bus with this whole octane deal. But, Boyer was getting out of hand, and when he had his cohorts on there, it was just really driving me over the edge. But what I was calling for is on the check stands. The only thing that makes me more crazy than the people that are the coupon cutters and all these people that are in the regular lane are the rocket scientists that are trying to figure out the self-checkout.
Nah, you ought to have a license for those things, seriously.
Oh, you got to check in. You got to bring your bachelor's or master's degree before you can even go in there.
Yeah, I know those things are supposed to speed things along, but they don't.
Right.
No, hate them.
They're far too complicated for the average shopper.
Well, and then you've got one person from the store trying to manage four different people in one shot, and it's like, you got someone who's trying to do a refi on their house on check stand 3.
I know it. I know it. And they get there, and the average person gets about 3 steps into it, and they're like, and they're stalled, they're frozen, they can't move.
I just left my crap and walked out at Home Depot one time. It said, put the thing on the table. So I put it on the table. And it said, there are too many items on the table.
Yeah.
Then I put it back. There are too many items on the table. Bye!
Well, in your case, it was protecting you from buying something new. It knew that you didn't guys. Have a great weekend, guys.
Thanks, AJ.
This is the DSC at night. Berber KGB. Отношение 90 степеней. Пустой. Труби 3 и 4.
The Cold War is heating up again on San Diego Bay. Explore the inside of the once top-secret Soviet attack submarine B-39, only at the Maritime Museum. Dive into Cold War history. See the Soviet attack sub B-39, only at the Maritime Museum.
It is summertime in Southern California. How about some delicious Johnsonville brats on the grill? Your neighbors will be jealous when you start grilling up some delicious Johnsonville brats. Stop by your nearby grocery store, go to the fresh meat case, check out the variety of Johnsonville brats. You can get beer and bratwurst, you can get cheddar brats, you can get Irish garlic brats. Oh, some great stuff. Put them on the grill. Everybody in the neighborhood will be jealous. It's Johnsonville brats.
Whiplash. It's a serious problem every summer. Not from car accidents. From whipping your head around too fast to see a hot body in an awesome swimsuit.
Hey, dude, check out that bikini. Oh, my neck.
Yes, swimwear whiplash is a serious problem. And Sports Chalet's summer kickoff sale is partly responsible. Because you can save 25% off all swimwear from Speedo, Tier, Hobie, and more.
Check out that guy in the cool board shorts. Oh, my neck.
Plus, during Sports Chalet's summer kickoff sale, save over 40% off the Iron Horse Sinister 20-inch BMX bike. Now just $99.97. And the Kettler Stockholm ping pong table, normally $549.99, now just $399.97. So for swimwear and prices that'll make your head spin,
That one piece is so hot. Oh, my neck.
I know. Don't miss Sports Chalet's summer kickoff sale. And don't let swimwear whiplash ruin your summer. Please, turn your head responsibly.
Sports Chalet, we'll take you to the limit. 30.
Kearney Mesa Toyota Pre-Owned's June 30-day countdown sales event is on. 30 days to sell 400 vehicles means June is your time to get an incredible price on every pre-owned car, truck, or SUV in stock. Like a 2000 Toyota 4Runner for just $14,995. Did I say 4Runner for $14,995? How about a 2000 Toyota Sienna van for just $14,995? And those are just 2 samples of the savings you'll find all month long at Kearney Mesa Toyota Pre-Owned. 30 days to sell 400 vehicles means you save, but June's going fast, so hurry.
2000 Toyota 4Runner, VIN 062131. 2000 Toyota Sienna, VIN 262336. Price plus government fees, taxes, any charges, any dealer document preparation charge, and any emissions testing charge. Offer expires close of business June 26th.
And check out our pre-owned value corner where every vehicle every day is priced under $10,000. Hurry to Kearney Mesa Toyota Pre-Owned in June and save. Help us sell 400 and we'll help you get a great deal in June. Call 877-GO-KM Toyota, 163 north of Balboa.
Simply the best.
Let's go to our eye in the sky for the latest update on traffic.
Whoa, traffic is crazy on La Mesa Boulevard off Spring Street around Billiards Direct in La Mesa. Looks like a 4th of July sale.
I heard Billiards Direct is the best buy in billiards.
Must be. People are yelling about 20% off pool cues and darts. Somebody even got a pool table for just $8.95.
Sounds like shoppers need to get to Billiards Direct on La Mesa Boulevard.
Mention this ad and Billiards Direct will pay your sales tax. Get to La Mesa Boulevard off Spring Street now or call 619-462-RACK.
Old hippies never die. They just get progressive.
Long-haired freaky people need all the life.
San Diego's home for Air America is Progressive Talk, AM 1360.
The DSC at night.
Hey, don't worry. You don't have to make up stories here. Save that for court.
1015 AGB.
Well, Mithka's husband was too chicken to call me back.
He really is in trouble.
Let's rock it, man.
We were going to have such fun making fun of her voice. What's the matter, Mithka? How many Mithkas can there be in SoCal?
Oh,
One?
maybe her, yeah. That's it.
So when you see her at work today, crack on her for having no sense of humor and an annoying, naggy voice. All right. Half-baked crackpot news time. Shelley Dunn, go.
Thank you. Pentagon says a suicide bombing in Iraq has killed 2 Marines. Another 3 and a sailor are missing after last night's attack in Fallujah. The official says 13 Marines were wounded in the attack, and women were among the victims. U.S. forces carried out a massive campaign in Fallujah in November, trying to squeeze out the rebel forces. Meanwhile, Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld says the U.S. has not become bogged down in a quagmire in Iraq. He told members of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee that conditions are improving in Iraq and that, quote, it is not our intention to stay there forever, end quote. Rami and his top military commanders pledged to keep U.S. troops in place until the Iraqi government can stand on its own, and they refuse to commit to a timetable for withdrawing our troops.
Did you hear Rummy and Kennedy going at it?
What did Kennedy say? Because I kept seeing the tease to it, and I never saw the actual story.
He said, you know, we've had nothing but disaster after disaster. Sir, isn't it time for you to resign?
Right. And Rummy said, I've offered my resignation twice.
He said,
Bush won't
Kennedy,
accept
isn't
it.
it time for you to suck my...
Well, South Carolina Republican Lindsey Graham says that while he supports the U.S. presence in Iraq, the public views it, quote, more and more like Vietnam. Meanwhile, the head of Iraq's transitional government meets with President Bush at the White House this morning. The meeting will focus on security matters and plans for a constitution and new elections for Iraq. Here's the story from ABC's Ann Compton at the White House.
President Bush wants Americans to see that Baghdad is more than violence. Prime Minister Ibrahim al-Jafari comes here to mark the 1 year since the U.S. handed over the civilian government in Iraq. Presidential counselor Dan Bartlett tells ABC News.
They want to defend themselves, and what we have is a strategy for that to happen. But there's going to be tough fighting in the days ahead.
Prime Minister Jafari stopped in to see the U.S. Constitution. President Bush will pressure him to finish the new Iraqi Constitution by the August 15th deadline. Ann Compton, ABC News, the White House.
Good riddance.
Thank you. Democrats may not like Karl Rove's speech this week. It suggested liberals have been soft on terrorism, but a White House official says the Bush administration feels the presidential advisor had it all right. Now, Wednesday, Rove told a New York gathering that liberals looked at 9/11, the attacks, and offered therapy for the attackers while conservatives prepared for war.
Wait a minute.
Democrats spent yesterday demanding an apology or his resignation.
It's a horrible thing to say.
But on the morning talk shows, White House spokesman Dan Bartlett found the Democrats' demands puzzling and notes that Rove apparently struck a chord. He says Rove was very specific, very accurate in who he was pointing out for criticism.
Who was he pointing out?
Specifically, the liberal group MoveOn.org.
Well, who cares about them?
He does.
Fringe
evidently.
group?
Yes.
He's
cares
smearing
about
the entire
them?
Democrats by one fringe group cuckoos.
When actually everyone voted for war in Congress. I mean, there wasn't one Democrat holdout. There was no one that said, no, we shouldn't do it. So anyway, but the administration defends this guy. Bartlett says he doesn't understand why the Democrats are, quote, throwing up such a huff. Earlier this week, a chorus of Republican attacks led Senate Democrat Dick Durbin to apologize for remarks criticizing treatment of prisoners at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Taking your eye off the ball again, guys. Come on.
A new Associated Press poll suggests Americans do not want to see a return of the military draft, and most parents would not encourage their kids to enlist.
I like sports
That
analogies.
resistance underscores the problems the military has faced in recruiting a volunteer military during the war. The Army, for instance, repeatedly missed monthly recruiting goals this year. Still, 7 in 10 people responding to the AP poll say they oppose reinstating the draft, with nearly half strongly opposed. Still, some respondents say they think a draft will eventually be needed.
Why don't I just bring everyone home and draft a nuclear bomb, see?
And a new poll shows that only about a third of people here in California approve of the job President Bush is doing. This is a field poll. The results released this morning show 34% of the Californians surveyed gave the president a favorable rating. This is the lowest rating for President Bush in the state since he took office in January of 91. The field poll also shows that an even smaller group, 28%, support the president's handling of the war in Iraq. And yesterday from the government, they are now free to bulldoze your house if they want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled that local governments can seize people's homes and businesses without their permission and against their will if the houses are in the way of private development. Now, that means if your city wants a road or a Burger King or a shopping mall or a Holiday Inn Express to go up where your house is as good as gone.
What do you think of that?
I think it goes a little bit far, and they don't even have to say what it is they're building. They just have to say, well, we're going to do this eventually, so we want this house now.
Is that the rule of eminent domain?
Eminent domain. Justice John Paul Stevens, in the majority opinion, wrote that local officials know best in deciding whether a development project will benefit the community.
Right.
So he reasoned they deserve the right to seize any land for public use. Well, the Supreme Court ruling passed 5 votes to 4. Sandra Day O'Connor railed against it.
Oh, how did she rail?
She said, disproportionate, influenced, and powered local governments, large corporations, and development firms is wrong.
Settle down, lady.
Now, the reason the Supreme Court was called to make this ruling about the government's right to seize property is a case out of Connecticut. There's a group of homeowners in New London, Connecticut, whose houses are scheduled to be demolished to make room for an office complex, a health club, and a hotel.
And what do you think of this?
I don't agree with this.
Yeah?
I do not agree with this. I think if you have...
Why don't you tell that to Phil Nevin?
Phil Nevin?
That's right.
What about Phil Nevin?
He plays at Petco Park,
What?
which was built because of eminent domain.
Yeah.
So why don't you just go tell Ryan
clearly
Klesko?
an idiot.
Yeah.
There weren't a lot of houses down there.
Yeah, there were.
It was just free buildings, free
No,
nothing.
no,
It was
but there-
loft.
Don't you remember
It was
all the
warehouses.
bitching and moaning
There
that was
was
happening
bitching
when they
and
were
moaning.
taking over
Yes.
people's buildings and businesses and stuff?
Right.
It almost didn't happen.
Come on, so why don't you talk to Phil?
Why don't you grow up?
I'm going right now.
And massage his obliques because his side muscles are
Oh,
hurting.
really? Ooh. Under the Fifth Amendment, if the government takes your house, it does have to give you just compensation.
The Fifth Amendment? I thought the Fifth Amendment was what you did when you were at trial and you didn't want to look guilty.
Yep. The takings clause is something else.
Well, this says under the Fifth Amendment.
Well,
according
I'm
to
an idiot.
MSNBC.
Well, excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Come on, plead the Fifth.
Ronnie.
That's self-incrimination.
An independent federal whistleblower
Well-
probe says it's found a cover-up by air traffic controllers in Texas. The investigation of DFW Terminal Radar Approach Control concludes controllers routinely hid errors, and their supervisors failed to investigate instances in which planes flew too close to each other.
They did.
Yep.
They did fly too close to
Yeah.
each other. And you know what they said?
What?
Well,
The DFW facility handles air traffic to all of that region's airports, including Dallas-Fort Worth International. And there are concerns about runway safety at LAX. It reports that airplanes came alarmingly close to each other 4 times last month alone. One of the more serious recent incidents happened Sunday night. The pilot of a United Express jet bound for Santa Barbara aborted its takeoff and had to slam on his brakes to avoid a Continental Express jet that had moved too close to the runway. The United plane stopped just 100 feet from the Continental aircraft. City and airport officials blame the incidents on human error and a high number of international flights.
Well,
the search and investigation into her daughter's disappearance is going on with meager process, but the mother of Natalie Holloway says she prays her daughter has only been kidnapped and is still alive somewhere in Aruba.
they pulled some judge in for
They
questioning.
got this other guy. Several people have been detained in the probe of the disappearance, including a Dutch teenager, 2 brothers from some country, and and a party boat disc jockey, and as of yesterday, the
Here.
dad of the Dutch teenager. Aruban authorities say the father considered a suspect in this 3-week-old case. The father's arrest came as the mother of Joran Vandersloot told the AP her son had changed his story,
Right.
admitting he was alone with the Alabama teenager on the beach the night she vanished. He claims, though, that he left her there, not at a hotel, which is what he first told the police.
Yeah. You can't go changing your story.
Well, it looks bad.
It sure does.
Meanwhile, the sheriff in Bonita Springs, Florida, says a deputy there had to use a taser early yesterday to subdue a drunken 13-year-old girl who was pitching a fit in the hospital. Lee County Sheriff's Office says the deputy had charged the child with loitering after spotting her wandering the streets at nearly 3 a.m. So with her mother's permission, he took her to a hospital. Testing there showed the 4'9", 90-pound girl was under the influence of drugs and alcohol. In fact, the blood alcohol level registered at 0.175%. The sheriff's report says the deputy tasered the girl after she attacked him and the nurses, kicking and scratching and screaming. She now faces a string of charges. Republican Representative Randy Duke Cunningham of right here in San Diego says he showed poor judgment when he sold his Del Mar home to a defense contractor who then resold the property at a loss. But Cunningham denies he did anything illegal. Defense contractor Mitchell Wade bought Cunningham's home in Del Mar Heights in November of 2003. He paid $1.6 million and some change. Then he sold the home the next year for $975,000, a loss of $700,000. Wade was then awarded contracts by the U.S. government at the urging of Cunningham. Democrats have called for an investigation into whether the deal was a way for Wade to funnel money to Cunningham. But Cunningham says he welcomes any and all appropriate investigations. Critics of Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger are going to hold a rally in Hollywood beginning at noon today. One of their complaints about our governor deals with his opposition to allowing undocumented immigrants to apply for a driver's license. Arnold won't be at the rally, but he will be in L.A. later on today, appearing on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
Stop it. Oh, that's good. That's what your constituents want. Go get on TV and clown around with the big chin boy.
Try this. Well,
I'm going to jump on a chair and say that I love you, Claire. I love you. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I beat you. What do you have to say to that, nasal man?
Nothing.
Ford is being sued by consumers who claim they paid $1,080 for certified pre-owned cars that were no different from other used cars. An attorney for the car buyer says the same inspections were performed on the cars regardless of whether they were in the certified pre-owned program. Attorneys are proposing making the suit a class action suit. There's no comment from Ford yet. Firefighters in Southern California are getting a handle on a destructive wildfire. Jay Lawrence now with the latest.
A lot of areas we can't get equipment. Some areas we're actually having to fly crews in.
CDF Battalion Chief Doug Lannon says that's because the terrain is steep, rugged, and really dangerous. Lannon says besides having to watch where they walk, firefighters have to be on the lookout for insects that get hot because of the smoke.
We had several bees that drove some of the firefighters out of some of the areas for a short period of time.
What's left of the fire is smoldering in the mountains between Morongo and Yucca Valleys.
So far, the blazes burned 6 homes and a business in its 3,000-acre run. Tom Cruise was all smiles, talking about his movie and his fiancée. He was on the Today Show, but the smile disappeared when Matt Lauer questioned Cruise's earlier criticism of Brooke Shields for taking antidepressants. Cruise got very serious and kept saying, Matt, every time that Matt said he knew people who were helped by antidepressants. Brooke took them for her postpartum depression. As a Scientologist, Cruise doesn't believe in those kinds of drugs or therapy of any kind. At one point, Cruise told Matt, "You're glib. You didn't know what he was talking about." And Cruise added, "You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do."
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then Cruise appeared on Letterman last night, and he was relatively calm compared to his recent TV appearances in recent weeks. He talked about his new fiancée, and the media coverage of the couple, his upcoming movie, War of the Worlds, and, of course, the London premiere in which the actor was squirted in the face with a water gun by a fake reporter. Here's Tom Cruise's take on that whole thing.
What was the whole deal on that?
You know, it's just the guy's a jerk.
Who's a jerk? The squirter guy?
The squirter guy.
What was the whole deal on that?
You know, it's just the guy's a jerk.
I think he's a hero.
And it's such a... You know, you see those bullies, they just, when you stand up to them, you know, and I just have to say, it was actually the best premiere that I've ever had in London, outside of that little moment.
Right.
And the people were incredible, and, you know...
Oh, okay. The people were incredible, and you know. Okay.
Do you want to go back to the antidepressant conversation he had with Matt Lauer?
Definitely. Is he going to scold him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've got that loaded up. Here we go.
Here we go. It's not playing.
Tom Cruise, it's been a pretty busy couple of weeks.
Does mask the problem, Matt. And if you understand the history of it, it masks the problem.
I talk very quietly.
Yes.
Yeah, it keeps you from killing yourself.
That psychiatry is a pseudoscience.
But Tom, if she said that this particular thing helped her feel better, whether it was the antidepressant or going to a counselor or a psychiatrist, isn't that enough?
Matt, you have to understand this. Here we are today, where I talk out against drugs and psychiatric abuses of electric shocking people.
Oh, shut up.
Against their will, of drugging children with them not knowing the effects of these drugs. Do you know what Adderall is? Do you know Ritalin? Do you know now that Ritalin is a street drug? Do you understand that?
The difference is this was not against her will, though.
Matt,
But this wasn't against Brooke's will.
Matt, I'm asking you a question.
I understand there's abuse of all of these things.
No, you see, here's the problem. You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do.
Aren't there examples, and might not Brooke Shields be an example of someone who benefited from one of those drugs?
All it does is mask the problem, Matt. And if you understand the history of it, it masks the problem. That's what it does. That's all it does.
Just slap him.
You're not getting to the reason why. There is no such thing as a chemical imbalance.
Oh my
So postpartum depression to you is kind of a little psychological gobbledygook?
No, I did not say that.
I'm just asking, what would you call it?
Matt, that is the post. Now you're talking about two different things.
But that's what she went on the antidepressant for.
But what happens, the antidepressant, all it does is mask the problem. There's ways of vitamins and through exercise and various things. I'm not saying that that isn't real. That's not what I'm saying. That's an alteration of what I'm saying. I'm saying that drugs aren't the answer. That these drugs are very dangerous. They're mind-altering, antipsychotic drugs. And there are ways of doing it without that so that we don't end up in a brave new world. The thing that I'm saying about Brooke is that there's misinformation, okay? And she doesn't understand the history of psychiatry. She doesn't understand in the same way that you don't understand it, Matt.
But a little bit what you're saying, Tom, is you say you want people to do well, but you want them to do well by taking the road that you approve of, as opposed to a road that may work for them.
No.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Well, if antidepressants work for Brooke Shields, why isn't that okay?
I disagree with it. And I think that there's a higher and better quality of life. And I think that promoting, for me personally, see, you're saying, what, I can't discuss what I want to discuss?
No, you absolutely can.
But Matt, you're going in and saying that I can't discuss that.
I'm only asking, isn't there a possibility that, do you examine the possibility that these things do work for some people? That yes, there are abuses, and yes, maybe they've gone too far in certain areas. Maybe there are too many kids on Ritalin. Maybe electric shock.
Too many kids on Ritalin. Matt.
I'm just saying, but aren't there examples where it works?
Matt, you're glib. You don't even know what Ritalin is. If you start talking about chemical imbalance, you have to evaluate and read the research papers on how they came up with these theories, Matt. Okay? That's what I've done. And you go and you say, where's the medical test? Where's the blood test that says how much Ritalin you're supposed to get?
It's very impressive to listen to you, because clearly you've done the homework and you know the subject.
And you should. And you should do that also, because just knowing people who are on Ritalin isn't enough. You should be a little bit more responsible in knowing really
prescribing Ritalin, Tom, and I'm not asking anyone else to do it.
Well, you are. You're saying no.
I know some people who seem to have been helped on it.
But you're saying, it's like, this is a very important issue. This is a very, and you know what? And you're here on the Today Show,
right?
And to talk about it in a way of saying, well, isn't it okay, and being reasonable about it when you don't know, and I do. I think that you should be a little bit more responsible in knowing what it is, because you communicate to people.
But you're now telling me that your experiences with the people I know, which are zero, are more important than my experience.
What a dick.
What do you mean by that?
You're telling me what's worked for people I know, or hasn't worked for people I know, and I'm telling you I've lived with these people. And they're better.
Who?
So you're advocating it.
I am not. I'm telling you, in their case, individual case, it worked. I am not going to go out and say, get your kids on Ritalin, it's the cure-all and the end-all.
Matt, but here's the point. What is an ideal scene in life? Okay? Ideal scene is someone not having to take antipsychotic drugs.
I would agree.
Okay, so now you look at it and you go, okay, a departure from that ideal scene is someone taking drugs. Okay, and then you go, okay, what is the theory and the science behind that justifies that?
Let me take this more general, because I think you and I could go around in circles on this for a while, and I respect your opinion on it. Do you want more people to understand Scientology? Would that be a goal of yours?
You know what? Absolutely, of course. You know,
how do you go about that?
You just communicate about it, and the important thing is, like, you and I talk about it, whether it's Look, if I want to know something, I go and find out. Because I don't talk about things that I don't understand. I'll say, you know what? I'm not so sure about that. I'll go find more information about it so I can come to an opinion based on the information that I have.
You're so passionate about it. And
I'm passionate about learning. I'm passionate about life, Matt.
Can't wait until Katie Holmes gets
One last
knocked up.
thing. One last thing for I hate today. I hate Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I do too.
I hate him.
Could you give him a
I
punch?
hate him. The pompous, whispering, quiet talking ass.
Right.
He's the most condescending person I've ever heard.
And that was
so offensive.
that was almost a good job by Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
He almost
That was the toughest I've ever heard.
He almost succeeded. And then he right away bent over and kissed his ass. I respect your opinion. But he pretty closely got him backed into a corner by saying, if you don't do it my way, I don't like it.
Exactly.
Could you play the monster to eat Tom Cruise or the punch in the mouth guy to punch Tom Cruise, please?
He's not worth it. He's an ass.
Well, the monster will eat Tom Cruise and need an antacid. And, of course, he can't do that because it's a medication.
God, could you stand being around him for even a minute in?
Now
I was
I don't want to go on the date with him?
Yeah.
Or the one not slam? He's an a-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you imagine being his fiance $5 million? Is that enough? I don't know. Even after the secondary benefit.
Yes.
It is still
$5
enough.
million is still enough.
No.
Yes, and so would you, Boyer.
Yeah, because I'd quit taking them then when I was dating Tom Cruise, and
Right,
then
let
I'd
him
get,
see how
I'd get
crazy.
totally psychotic because I'd be off my meds, and then I could kill him, and we'd all be happy. Live happily ever after. I tried not taking them, Tom. Me and tons of people tried not taking them.
What an ass. What a pompous...
Matt,
and I talk like this.
Matt,
I talk very quietly.
Matt, you'll never be as good.
Shut the...
He's never known anyone who's depressed. He's never lived with them. He's never, ever been firsthand.
Yes, he has. I've lived with him.
Who?
I don't know. He said
The only
so.
person you lived with who was depressed was because they were living with you.
Oh, owie, owie, owie.
No kidding.
That would be your situational depression,
Yes,
not your chemical
absolutely.
depression.
Oh, no, Ruthie, there's no such thing as a chemical imbalance.
That's crap. That's just a
No
lie.
such thing.
He knows. He's done
That's
the
a chemical
research, Ruthie.
imbalance.
Liar.
He's Dr. Cruz.
Tom Cruise says he doesn't talk about things he doesn't understand, and why does he talk about heterosexual relationships all the time?
Or postpartum depression, for that matter. Shut up.
Hate Tom Cruise.
I do, too.
Round 2 of the Crackpot News coming up here. It's KGB.
DSC at night.
1015 KGB.
1015 KGB welcomes Robert Plant to San Diego on July 21st. It's a Bayside concert with Viejas. We have stacks of tickets for this show. Listen to Win tonight at 11 when we get the let out. From your Concert Connection, 1015 KGB.
This is what sex is like with an ordinary condom.
Sweet car. Is that rust?
This is what sex is like with a Durex condom.
You replaced the back seat with a futon and silk pillows? Oh my.
Ordinary sex?
A pine tree air freshener?
Durex sex.
Fog machine in the floorboard?
Ready for something different? New Durex tingling condoms have a special lubricant for a sexy tingling sensation. There's sex, and then there's Durex.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you don't change your oil and filter on a regular basis, you could be sending your engine to an early grave. So get to AutoZone. Change your oil and filter every 3 months or 3,000 miles and get more life out of your car. Now, for a limited time at AutoZone, you can get Pennzoil conventional motor oil for just $1.49 a quart. That's right, only $1.49. For more great deals, check out the AutoZone sales circular in most newspapers this Sunday.
The good news is it is not too late to get a low mortgage interest rate. Rates still at that 30-year low at Park Place Funding. Call them now. Park Place Funding will pay all your closing costs and fees, and they won't add to your loan balance. Now, so many lenders hide and they disguise fees and costs, but Park Place Funding gets you the best interest rate and pays all your closing costs and fees. Make closing costs a thing of the past. They'll come to you, no obligation, for an in-home consultation. Talk to Park Place Funding today. Call 866-491-FUND. That's 866-491-FUND.
Licensed by the DRE number 01403-138.
This is the DSC at night.
Go to bed! 1015.
KGB.
He's officially crossed over the line to where, like, I don't want to go see his movies now.
I can't separate it anymore.
No, I can't either.
Can't do it.
You're Woody Allen to me now.
I don't want to help the guy.
Right.
Nope.
I don't want to kick down any money to his career anymore.
Really just spend it on Ritalin.
The Firm used to be one of my favorite movies.
He's just a horrible person.
He's a liar. He is broadcasting incorrect
We, on the other hand, are the heroes.
Right.
It's Dave Shelley and Chainsaw with you here on the KGB.
Gosh darn that chick.
All right, what else is happening in our world today,
Well,
Shell?
we're all together. We hate Tom Cruise. We wouldn't date him even if we got like a free, freebie and a one-night stand with him. But what about poor Katie Holmes?
I should ask before we get too far away from it. Is there anyone listening who agrees with Tom Cruise?
Oh.
Go ahead and dial me up, 888-570-1015. You heard Tom's position there on basically medication for people with emotional issues. 888-570-1015 is our number. If you agree with him, bring your point.
And that there is no such thing as a chemical
Don't
imbalance.
whisper to me because I don't like that. That form of communication doesn't work with me.
He said there's no
such thing
as a chemical imbalance.
That's just a lie.
And he knows better than everybody.
Right. He's researched it, Chainsaw. And we don't know because we haven't researched
And he does.
it. And he does.
Just let people go nuts. Go ahead.
And that's it.
They can just walk it off.
And did you
He's
notice
one of those.
he didn't give one single factual detail in that conversation about his expertise?
Because it's all Scientology brainwash.
Well, yesterday when we were playing the tape of the reporter who was asking him about what about men from Mars being part of your religion, he said, if you want to learn about my religion, maybe you should read it. He couldn't answer the questions.
Right. Because
I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you to explain it to me. You're telling me to go read a book.
Right.
Don't you know the answer?
No.
Well, remember John Travolta had the worst movie ever that they played these weirdo aliens?
Mm-hmm. Battlefield Earth.
That was supposed to have something to do with the
No,
story.
he was a big-time Scientologist.
Well, that was a fiction written by L. Ron Hubbard, in fairness.
Oh, is
that was science fiction.
Oh, so it had nothing to do with the real thing.
No, it was...
Oh.
So
L. Ron
Hubbard founded Scientology, but it
And
has nothing to do with the science fiction that he also wrote?
That was just some
No,
interest
that
of
was his fun. That was his sideline fun to write science fiction.
His
In
real
fairness.
book was Diuretics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does
Right.
I mean, my brother and sister and
I know. Does
Dad,
they're
does
into it?
Scientology
Yes.
have anything
Were.
to do with
Oh.
And does Scientology have anything to do with other life forms? Intergalactic beings?
I don't know that much.
Okay.
Michael, you're on KGB. What's going on there?
Yeah, I just want to say, I don't know that I totally agree with Tom Cruise, but I do think, and by the way, I do have a PhD in psychology, but I do think that certain drugs are given away too freely.
Okay, well, who disagrees with that?
That's not the issue.
That's not the issue.
That was the most lightweight puff piece thing he said. Who doesn't agree with that? And he says, no, it's a street drug. Oh, so we should stop using it for the good that it does?
Yeah.
Ritalin's one of those drugs that has become really, really, really abused as far as children is concerned. And I think it's even drawn attention in the field of psychology. Even
Okay,
in
well,
psychology.
I guess I blame then the guys who are prescribing it.
Over-prescribing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could look at it from the other perspective, too, that there's the drug companies out there that want to push it, and that whole circle goes around and around.
Wait,
and around.
whoa.
What?
Someone still has to take a Hippocratic oath and swear to look out for the well-being of his or her patients and then write that prescription.
Yeah.
Drug companies aren't going to give it to patients for free.
And Michael, would you prescribe to Tom's point that just to eliminate those kind of head meds completely?
No, I don't think
completely.
it would eliminate
Well, then you don't
it.
agree with Tom Cruise.
No.
Period.
No.
But
And
just-
we're not here to point out that, he was right when he said, 1% of his argument. Because
Well,
the
of
guy's
course.
an idiot.
Yeah.
But drug companies do give away drugs for free because they give samples to the doctors who then give it to the patients and say, here, just take this. And then they hope that you will like it and want a prescription for it.
And there's plenty of bad doctors that don't know what the hell they're
That's
doing.
right.
Ken, I understand you agree with Tom Cruise?
Well, I also agree with you that he's an a-hole, but young kids and people with problems should not look to drugs to solve the problems. Drugs of any kind, there's no way that can help.
And so you would recommend to a woman going through postpartum depression just to take vitamins?
Walk it off. Rub some dirt on it.
What about diabetes?
And exercise, he said.
I would certainly not recommend that she take drugs. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
And that's all I have to say because I can't back it up.
Right.
Mhm.
The bottom line is, unless you've been a woman who's had a baby and gone through the horrible depression that I've heard women talk about going through, why don't you shut up?
And that's why Shelley's talking about it.
And what about alcohol? I mean, why doesn't he get on the bandwagon about tobacco and alcohol? That's way more destructive from a statistical standpoint than any of this other stuff.
Absolutely.
Why doesn't he jump on that? I mean, do we have to eat all organic food? You can't do anything, no chemicals at all?
Evidently.
I guess those passions are just on deck for Tom.
And if anyone looks like they're on drugs these days, it's Tom Cruise. That dude's nuts.
And, we're not going to live forever anyway. Enjoy the ride.
Right, exactly.
Cope.
Well, what about poor Katie Holmes? Now, she's from Toledo, Ohio, and the people in the hometown are starting to worry about her relationship with Tom Cruise and her sudden interest in Scientology.
Hey, I wonder, has Tom Cruise ever had any kind of medical procedure done? And I mean, like, had a cavity filled or anything like that? Did they use Novocaine?
Yeah, he's had a cavity filled, David.
Did they use Novocaine? Because that just masks the pain.
Right. You should really feel the pain so you won't
if
get
he
a cavity
cracks
again.
his femur in half, are we going to deny him the masking agent to cover up his pain?
Mask the pain.
Great point. Has he ever taken an Advil? Has he ever had a drink of alcohol?
Yeah.
Holly, you're on KGB. What's going on?
I agree with Tom.
Yeah. No medicine.
Not no medicine.
Well, that's what Tom is saying.
That's what Tom is saying.
Wait. Holly, Tom is saying no medicine.
No psychiatric drugs.
Period? Ever?
Period.
Ever.
I agree. There's other ways to handle it.
How can you make such a blanket statement about it?
Here's why. Because I like Tom Cruise, and so I listen to what he says, and I just find out for myself. Do the studies. Listen, look.
What study?
What study?
So I should just walk it off, huh?
What have you
What
read?
he's talking about on the history of psychiatry.
What do you say? What do you say to Ruth, who's battled depression and such, and she has medication, and now she's coping very successfully in life? Would you say her to stop? Would you tell her right now to stop because you know better than Ruth?
I certainly can say that I know for myself. I can't really say that I know better than someone else.
Well,
but I know for
Tom
myself.
Cruise is saying he knows better.
Tom is saying he knows better than anyone else.
No one would complain if someone said, hey, look, this is what works for me, so that's what I do.
Exactly, right. That's
Tom
fine.
Cruise is telling everyone else what they should do. Now, you agree with that, Holly?
I think a person should find out for themselves.
Okay, fine.
So I find
that's not what Tom believes.
That's
Tom
right.
believes you don't need to find out for you. See, Tom was very, very two-faced on that. He said, you ought to read it. You ought to look it up. Why should I? You're telling me. Why should I even bother looking it up when you're telling me?
And Holly, after Ruth has studied this and she decides to take some medication, is she right or wrong?
I don't know, Ruth. I don't know her situation.
Well, you said no head meds just a while ago.
You said none. No medicines. Huh?
For me,
Oh,
I
you were
think you guys should all just find
You
out
said
for
you
yourself.
agree with Tom. You said you agree with Tom.
He wants to get rid of them
you
all.
want to listen, or you want to just battle with me here?
Well, we're battling because you're saying offensive things and you're not backing them up.
Well, no, you changed your opinion. You changed your mind. You called up and you said you agree with Tom. Now you're saying you don't.
I agree with them, and here's why.
Okay, well then...
Because I looked into it for myself, and I agree for myself. What he's saying, I have the same viewpoint.
Well, he's saying that nobody should be able to take any head meds.
Do you agree with that?
He didn't say that nobody should be able to.
Yes, he did.
He disagrees with it.
He said they should be able to use exercise and vitamins instead of any sort of chemicals.
Do you agree with
Right,
Tom?
he disagrees with it. He doesn't say nobody should take them.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he did.
He said that Brooke Shields should not have taken antidepressants.
He most
for her
definitely said
postpartum
that, Holly.
depression.
He did.
He definitely said that. He said no one should take
Definitely
it.
disagrees with that. And I have, through finding out for myself, I definitely disagree with it.
Good.
Yeah.
For you.
I'd say to find out for yourself.
Now, what happens
about anyway?
Now, what happens to people like Tom Cruise who lecture you to go and look it up for yourself?
What?
You know what? I don't really care what other people say or do. I just do things that interest me.
Right.
I want to find out for myself. I go and find out for myself, and I make a decision for myself.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thanks, bye.
But Tom,
No,
That
just
wasn't
pass on that
the
one. See,
point.
here's the thing. Tom Cruise lectures you to go and look it up and read about it, like he did.
right.
I've got a hunch that if you go and look it up for yourself, if the conclusion that you draw is different than Tom's,
Right.
he's still going to disagree with you.
That's right.
I don't think he's interested in hearing
the opinion of anyone
Right.
who draws a different conclusion than his. It's kind of like yesterday when I was talking about the flag burning and people writing to me, you don't understand First Amendment. You don't understand free speech. That's what makes America great. Why don't you shut up? Okay. You're right. I don't understand free speech. As long as it agrees with you.
People are weird.
Me too.
Let's move on to a fun new movie that I can't wait to see. Nicole Kidman casts her spell in the movie version of one of TV's favorite sitcoms, Bewitched. It opens in theaters nationwide today. Nicole plays Isabel Bigelow, who's Samantha, who is a witch trying to reinvent herself, and she meets a man, Jack Wyatt, who is Darren, played by Will Ferrell, and then decides that she wants to be normal or mortal. Nicole Kidman takes over the original role of Elizabeth Montgomery.
I'd watched the series as a kid, and there seemed something quite fun at the idea of having watched something as a little girl and then being able to step into it as a woman and pay homage to it.
Kidman had to learn all the tricks of being a witch, including the nose twitch.
It's a comedy.
Which she says was not easy.
Oh no, I needed a mirror and I needed the slow-mo on the video, in the VCR, and I would put her nose in slow motion, and then I would put the mirror and I would kind of try to mimic it. And my mom would say, no, that wasn't very good. Try again.
God, this ain't no nut. And she says taking over the original role that Elizabeth Montgomery played was very intimidating.
Well, Elizabeth Montgomery's husband is in the film, and he also directed a lot of the series, but he was in the... He's an extra in one of the things, but
Who
he would visit
cares?
the set a lot. I always felt slightly uncomfortable that, oh my God, he was looking at me thinking, she's not at all like that.
Oh, so what?
And then Will Ferrell plays the husband. He plays Darren. He says working with Nicole Kidman was not so difficult.
It's not ready yet.
So Will Ferrell plays a washed-up actor looking for his big comeback in the remake of Bewitched, and he says working with Nicole Kidman was not that hard.
It's still not there. Here's Richard on KGB. Richard taking us back to this thing. What's up, Richard?
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey, I was just listening to you guys. Actually, you guys are coming clear up in Laguna Beach, which was kind of nice. I've been listening to the show for years. So, absolutely love you guys. What I was saying was Tom had the right kind of ideas on some of those points, but I think he was explaining himself poorly. I don't know what the reason might be, but...
No. And I'll tell you why I don't think he was explaining himself poorly, because sometimes you want to give people a pass on that. There was one issue, and that is, should people take medicine to help them with their emotional issues? And they talked about it for 5 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah,
and they kept going over it and over it and over it. And that's plenty of time to explain yourself exactly the way you mean it. So, no, I don't give him a pass on that one.
No. I'm certainly not giving him a pass on that. But I think there's a couple of points that I brought up about the media being should be a bit more responsible. I think he put Matt in a defensive mode, so I think, that instantly...
You know what? Tom Cruise stars in movies where he shoots people's heads off and blows up cars and flies jet planes into the Pacific Ocean. Maybe he should be more responsible. Give me a break. He's in the media.
Right.
Tom Cruise is in the media, and he whores out the media to promote his movies.
I'm not going to argue there.
Okay, thank you.
And then he makes the blanket statement, which is so irresponsible, that you should just take vitamins and exercise when you have a chemical imbalance. And further says there's no such thing as a chemical imbalance. When did you get a doctorate?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Maybe in an ideal world, you eat your organic food and you take your vitamins and you drink your water and you do all this stuff. And I got a buddy who just broke a back, okay? And I'm thinking, gee, I got to get him to my holistic guy. I got to get him to my this guy. And then I realized, I know him. He's not going to do it.
Right.
Take the pill.
Right.
But Tom Cruise to sit there and scold the media, that's where I'm going, hey, Matt, ask him, then why are you here?
Right.
Why are you here? Why are you here using the media to promote yourself? If you got such a problem with the media...
Why don't you get out?
Why are you such a whore with the media?
I agree. Again? Oh, wait, we're not even through Bewitched.
What I want to hear Nicole Kidman tell me I got to go see Bewitched because Elizabeth Montgomery's dad is in it or something.
Her husband. Oh, but she's dead.
We are on KGB.
Hey, I don't get it. Why would you ever want to throw your hearing aid away?
The DSC at night.
Oh, yeah.
KGB.
It's Toyota's July 4th Spectacular.
We got it. Yeah, we've got it.
For 12 days only, get an incredible 0 APR on a new Camry. That's right, 0 financing on America's best-selling car. Or you could choose 1,000 factory cash back or a low lease. Just $239 a month for 36 months with 1,000 drive-off. Hurry, 0 APR on Camry ends soon. See your San Diego County Toyota dealer today.
We've got what it takes, San Diego.
Purchase or lease from dealer stock by midnight 7505. Offers cannot be combined. Limited term financing through Toyota Financial Services to qualified Tier 1, 1 Plus, and Tier 2 credit customers only. Lease example on approved Tier 1 Plus credit. Lessee pays 15 cents per mile for all miles over 12,000 per year, plus tax and license. Security deposit waived. For details, call 1-888-SD-TOYOTA or see your San Diego County Toyota dealer. 0 APR on Camry. Now that's moving you forward.
Longtime Diet Snapple drinker and musician Tay Ayers loves our Diet Lemonade Iced Tea. He thinks it's a great blend of sweet and sour. Tay, you've said some nice things about us, so my friend Eric here is going to return the favor and say some nice things about you.
Doreen speaking, can I help you?
Hey, Doreen. Do you know a guy named Tay Ayers?
Yes, I do.
He'd be pretty psyched if you sang on some of his demos.
Really? Who is this?
This is Snapple. Look, do you like music that sounds good?
Everybody does.
Well, that's the kind of music Tay Ayers writes.
Another favor returned. Try Diet Lemonade Iced Tea. The best flavors of summer, now together. Snapple, the best flavors on earth made for the best people on earth.
Come into 7-Eleven and try our newest sandwich, Turkey and Zesty Havarti on wheat nut bread. They're made in local kitchens, delivered fresh daily, and they go great with Snapple. Also introducing 7-Eleven wrap sandwiches, deli meats, cheeses, and tons of crisp veggies, all wrapped up and ready to go. Enjoy one today with an ice cold Snapple at participating 7-Eleven stores.
America is a country of entrepreneurs, and if you're a small business owner, you're helping shoulder the lion's share of the U.S. economy. You can lighten that load a little at Sam's Club. To save you time, we offer click and pull and fax and pull. Place your order online at samsclub.com or by fax before 5 p.m. And at no extra charge, it's ready to pick up as early as 7 a.m. the next day. Now that's teamwork, and we're proud to be a small part of your team. Sam's Club. We are in business for small business.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
DSC at night.
KGB.
What else is happening today, Shel?
Well, let's hear Will Ferrell talking about working with Nicole Kidman and doing Bewitched.
It's not that hard to play in love with Nicole Kidman because she is incredibly available in her performance.
Okay.
Will Ferrell doing one more little comment.
The different kind of levels to all of this is, I think, in an odd way, going to be a big selling point to the movie because it's not this down the middle, strict interpretation of Bewitched.
Okay, thanks.
I'll tell you what is the selling point of the movie. It's a hot day and the air conditioning works.
Pretty bad, huh?
Did you see it?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
It's not funny?
It's not funny. I didn't laugh in the entire movie.
Oh.
Some of the audience did, although...
Was it amusing? Was it cute? Any of that?
I didn't find it that way.
See, I think it depends on
because I use Boyer as my barometer for amusing and cute.
Right.
Because he's such a keen stickler for things that are amusing and cute.
Yeah. He's mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was good. I thought, Will Ferrell's performance as a down on his luck actor who hasn't had a hit lately might be more typecasting than.
Make me 20 cappuccinos and bring me the best one.
Yeah. That might be the funniest line of the entire film.
That's it.
That's not very
That
funny.
is it.
Yeah.
Dave's report said, well, the movie was front-loaded with a lot of funny stuff up front. Didn't see even that.
Oh.
You're such a hard ass.
This is what I keep hearing about it, though.
I know, me too, but I loved the series, and I'm going to be fascinated by a remake.
One of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes said, this movie should be burned at the stake.
God.
Okay. What else, Shel?
Well, poor Michael Jackson lost a lot of weight during the trial because he just simply wouldn't eat. But comedian turned activist / nutritionist Dick Gregory spoke with Extra about just how serious Michael's problem was. In an interview that aired on last night's show, he told Extra that Michael's weight got as low as 94 pounds. Dick Gregory said, quote, "I was shocked when they gave him 4 IV drips. That's how dehydrated he was. We bought vitamins, herbs, we mixed them. I took about 3 hours training his cooks how to cook. He was a zombie. He was not eating. There was nothing he could do to get his appetite back. And when you suffer from dehydration, well, that will wipe you out." And Tom Sizemore has been in court this week facing charges. He tried to fake a drug test by using the Whizzinator. If you're unfamiliar with this interesting device, it's a fake male appendage that's equipped with a bladder, and it comes with synthetic urine for people who want to fake their drug test but have to be watched while they produce the testing material. He allegedly got caught using one of these Whizzinators for a drug test back in March. At the hearing yesterday, Tom Sizemore swears he's clean and sober and in the process of putting his life back together. He denied using the Whizzinator. He said, "We know I've done some things wrong, but I've owned up to them. I didn't do this. I'm not a magician. I didn't slip the Whizzinator into the garbage. How does it go from me to the garbage without anybody seeing it?" And after the hearing, he told reporters just how hard all his legal problems have impacted his wallet. He said, "I have, to my name, $539. I'm the toughest son of a gun you'll ever meet mentally. I'm glad it happened to me. I lost $4 million, my home, my good name, and I did it all on television."
Okay. You're not cuckoo.
No. Who knew he shopped at Montgomery Ward? A treasure trove of Marlon Brando's belongings will be auctioned off next week at Christie's in New York. It's a mix of movie scripts, hats, musical instruments, even a foosball table. There are childhood yearbooks, correspondence from co-stars, some 3,600 books from the late actor's library. There are also mundane items like driver's licenses, charge cards for the Price Club and Montgomery Ward's, all items Brando's 9 children chose not to keep from his Hollywood Hills home, opting instead for his money. Oprah Winfrey got an apology from Hermes, the world-famous luxury French boutique, after she was refused entry into one of the boutique's Paris stores. Oprah's production company says it will have a segment in the upcoming show on what it calls Oprah's Crash Moment, a reference to a film on race relations. Here's more from ABC's Heather Cabot.
It was initially reported that store employees didn't recognize Winfrey, which both sides say isn't true. But Oprah and her entourage reportedly arrived after the store's 6:30 closing time. Hermes has since issued an apology saying the company expresses its sincere regrets for any misunderstanding that these circumstances could have caused.
And we'd like your money. And in the National Enquirer, they say Britney Spears might be pregnant with twins. For one thing, she's huge, a lot bigger than the average woman in her 5th month, and she's reportedly been seen shopping for boy and girl baby clothes. The assistant manager of a Ramona auto parts store suffered serious injuries when an explosive device he built detonated in his hands. William B. Stuckey, 21 years old, was apparently building an explosive device known as a dry ice bomb inside Cragen Auto Parts on Main Street in Ramona, where he works as the assistant manager. So he took the device to the parking lot and shook it with both hands. That caused an explosion around 6:30 yesterday. He was taken to Palomar Medical Center, treated for severe lacerations to his hands, and will have to undergo surgery on both hands later today. He is expected to survive. When released from the hospital, though, Stuckey might be arrested on suspicion of building a bomb, which is, by the way, a felony. Californians are snapping up tickets for the Mega Millions multi-state lottery game. Sales hit a record-setting $2.4 million yesterday, the first day of sales for the game. We are the 12th state to join in the Mega Millions game. With us in the game, the chances of winning are now 1 in 175 million. Well, good luck. More skin is in for people trying to make a quick buck on eBay. Dave Cawley has more on the idea from one Utah woman.
The woman has posted an auction listing on eBay offering her own forehead as a billboard. Now, this is not the first body ad ever listed on eBay, but the woman claims her offer is unique because the ad would be in the form of a permanent tattoo. eBay's Henny Dursey says body ads don't violate the auction site's policies.
If it's illegal to sell off of eBay, you can't do it on eBay.
And although this listing may be in bad taste, it doesn't violate the law. By the way, the buyout price is a mere $10,000. Dave Cawley, Salt Lake City.
Finally this morning, back on May 25th, in Lexington, Kentucky, a disc jockey who calls himself DJ Slick of WLTO 102.5 FM in Lexington. He ran a contest in honor of that night's American Idol finale. He told listeners that the 10th person to call in after the winner was announced would win a cool $100,000.
$100,000.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So 28-year-old Norisha Gill of Lexington listened that night, and after Carrie Underwood was named American Idol, she started calling WLTO. She was the 10th caller and started screaming over the airwaves that she was going to have great fun with all this money. And before her 1, 5, and 11-year-old children went to sleep that night, she told them that they would have a minivan, a shopping spree, a savings account, and a home with a backyard.
Wow,
So
she's getting a car, an education, and a house with $100,000.
Well, they're in Lexington. Come on. Things are cheaper there.
I guess.
So she went to the station the next day where she learned that DJ Slick was not offering $100,000. He offered her $100,000 candy bar. She was heartbroken. And
That's really funny. That's lame.
The station's Mr. Carlson offered her $5,000, but she said, "No, I want $95,000 more." Station won't budge, so Norisha got herself an attorney who sued WLTO. She alleges she was treated maliciously, and this was an incredibly cruel joke to play, especially on the air in front of so many people. DJ Slick not named in the lawsuit, but he has sadly left WLTO.
This stunt has been around since the day after the $100,000 candy bar was invented by Nestle. Yeah. In fact, I think a DJ invented it. I think a DJ invented the candy bar. Just so I got $100,000.
DJ Slick.
How about the poor people who show up to win their $1,000 hairs?
Yeah.
Hey, there's your new Toyota.
Yeah, your toy Yoda doll. All right, thank you, Shelley Dunn. You got us all pissed off with your Tom Cruise news.
Well, you're welcome.
DSC at Night
With your host, Abramowitz. Sorry.
1015
KGB.
Beverages and More asks Seth, a lighthouse keeper, to prove he can find great summer spirits. And into Bevmo he goes.
Seth may be the keeper of the light, but he's in the dark when it comes to summer spirits.
A green shirt
enlightens him to Mount Gay, Bombay, Sapphire, and Grey Goose. He crafts mixers, shakers, and salt. Everything this stair climber needs for great summer cocktails. And he's done it. Seth's proven that if a waterlogged sea dog can find great summer spirits, you can't go wrong at Beverages and More.
Do you want to see the hottest show on the road this summer? Yeah! Then look no further than Honda's Red Hot Summer Festival, where you can see the best acts on two wheels right now at Escondido Cycle Center. Get your ticket to ride with sizzling deals on all new motorcycles, all-terrain vehicles, and scooters all summer long. Right now, you can get one at 8.9% fixed APR with zero down payment for up to 60 months on approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. Plus, we've got up to $500 in bonus bucks on select models. With all these deals, you'll find one that's just right for you. Head into Escondido Cycle Center at 1415 Montiel Road, just off Highway 78 at the Nordall exit. It's the Red Hot Summer Festival. Your chance to get great deals on the hottest performers of the summer. Hurry in. This event only lasts until July 31st. Name an example 60 monthly payments of $20.71 for each $1,000 financed. Bonus bucks good with purchase of select new 2005 and prior year models. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Honda. Performance first.
The most impressive campaign General Motors has ever offered is now available at North County GMC in Escondido and Carlsbad. For the first time ever, you pay what GM employees pay on over 400 GMCs available. Plus, you keep all the rebates. It is the best offer ever from General Motors. GM employee pricing to the general public. Never before has every GMC on the lot been GM employee priced at North County GMC in Escondido and Carlsbad, San Diego's largest GMC dealer with over 400 GMCs available. Repeating, this has never happened before. You pay what GM employees pay, plus you keep all the rebates. Act now. This is a limited time offer at North County GMC in Car Country Carlsbad and the Escondido Auto Park.
DSC at Night. DSC at Night.
This is the KGB.
The Chris Boyer featurette. Still to come here on KGB. Find out what happened on this day in history.
maybe 10 years from now, Chris Boyer will be saying, and today, June 24th, 2005, Tom Cruise made his last press conference. His career tanked. Never made another movie again.
You can only hope.
Because, Spielberg and all his Hollywood buddies are going to rally around him and say, well, he's just trying to help. I think you're just trying to sell me a movie ticket, Mr. Spielberg.
Really?
It underscores who the heroes are. The DJs. Who never said anything bad or objectionable. Ever.
No.
Ever.
And we have never, condescended to anybody.
No.
Condescending, by the way, is when you talk down to people.
Yeah, but most people are too stupid to understand.
Here's sports with Chainsaw on the KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much, Dave Rickard, Shelley Dunn, Chris Boyer, Ruth 66. Hello again, everybody. In the sports world, the Dodgers spoiled a perfectly wonderful Petco afternoon party yesterday by erasing a 3-0 Padre lead, chipping away to a 4-run comeback in 10 innings. Padres lose 4-3. The Padres blow leads 2 days in a row. Instead of a Dodgers sweep, the Padres split with LA 2-2, and coupled with Arizona's 7-2 win at San Francisco, the first-place Padres, their lead over the D-backs shrinks to 3.5 games, and it's back to interleague play now this weekend as the Padres host the arch-rival Seattle Mariners. Arch-rival? Okay. First pitch from Petco, 7:05 our time on Channel 4. Sports fans, the biggest story in baseball this season has been the out-of-the-blue runaway domination of the American League by the Chicago White Sox, who at 49-22 own the best record in all of baseball, which is cool because the World Series between the Padres and White Sox is going to be a classic. I really think it's going to... I said the World Series between the Padres and White Sox is going to be a classic.
I don't get it.
You see, last night I had an out-of-body experience. I time-traveled into October. I've already watched the World Series of 2005. Bonus! I took a tape recorder with me during my out-of-body experience, and I offer this audio proof of a Padres-White Sox World Series.
The San Diego Padres have won the pennant. They will represent the National League and play the American League champion Chicago White Sox in baseball's Fall Classic, the World Series.
See there? And without giving it all away, the series goes to a Game 7.
Well, here we are at the 7th and deciding game of the World Series. The San Diego Padres won the first 3. It looked like they were going to blow the White Sox out of the box, but then the Sox came back to win the next 3. So we've got the deciding game, number 7, coming up today.
See?
The winner of this one will be the world champions. It's been an amazing season for the San Diego Padres. This is a team that's gone through 3 managers.
Yeah, even after signing that contract extension, Bruce Bochy is going to quit in a couple of weeks to pursue a career as an eyelash model. And then Davey Lopes takes over, but he gets fired for stealing second base, literally. So Tony Gwynn, in about, figure about a month or 2 from now, Tony Gwynn steps in as a temporary manager, but just this fall, he'll go back to coaching the Aztecs.
It's the bottom of the 9th inning. White Sox leading the Padres 4-2. Runners at second and third. This is it, the last chance for San Diego. 2 men down. Here's the pitch. The fastball right down the middle, called strike 1. Sets again. Gets a sign. Into his windup. One more time, the 0-1 pitch. Another fastball right down the middle, swung on a miss, strike 2. So the count, no balls, 2 strikes, coming right down to that last strike of the season. The entire Padres season on the line. Setting again, both dugouts standing. He's into the windup. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Well, I don't want to give it all away. That's my out-of-body experience on tape of this fall's Padres-White Sox World Series.
Did you just make that up?
I don't know. Meanwhile, in the National Bell...
The Amish. I bet you they're having sex right now. Because they have to get up in 3 hours. They must get into it in wild. I mean, what else did they have? Nothing. I'd love to hear them make love, wouldn't you? Oh, Jebediah. Give it to me, you Abe Lincoln looking mo... Oh, molasses. Give it to me buggy style. Oh, yee, nay. Oh, Jimmy Crackhood, and I don't care. I love making fun of the Amish. You know why? Because they're never going to find out. That's why. They're out of the loop.
Basketball Association. San Antonio superstar Tim Duncan led the Spurs to their third NBA title with a 25-point, 11-rebound performance to beat the defending champ Detroit Pistons 81-74 in the first Game 7 since 1994. Only Michael Jordan has more final MVP awards than Tim Duncan. Jordan had 6. Duncan now has 3, as do Magic and Shaq. The 2005 NBA champions, San Antonio Spurs. In other sports, David?
You know, I know that the LPGA is really not a high-profile sport, but what Annika Sorenstam is setting up to do is pretty impressive.
Yes.
And this would be the third leg. Just hearing that there's a female golfer trying to reach for a third leg, that, to me, is impressive.
Damn it. It's recommended viewing as well. 9:58 and 15 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw present the Grand Day Everyday Giveaway.
KGB, the DSC, gives $1,000 away every day to somebody who's going to make a difference. And you're kidding me. You matter like that, and so I want to help make a difference for you and all those kids. Oh, thank you.
So today,
my gosh.
you're going to be today's Grand Day Everyday Giveaway winner. We got $1,000 for you.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you.
$1,000. Every day in 2005 with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw on KGB.
I love tuning in DSC on the KGB at an Asner in my car from the Joke Czar.
The pomp, the circumstance, the majesty. None of that here. Time now for the week-ending Chris Boyer featurette. A featurette because it's not nearly as long, nor as good as a regular feature. And that reason lies solely in the author, creator, and voice of the feature. It's Chris Boyer!
Thank you, David. It's Friday, time for a listen back to some of the things that happened this week in history. About this week, 1948, Berlin, Germany was completely isolated from the outside world. Joseph Stalin, the premier of Soviet Russia, he had already cut off rail and road access to the city 3 months earlier, now blocked all ground and water access and cut electricity to the western sector. It was this week in 1987, the great one, Jackie Gleason, died at age 71. Gleason, of course, was famous for the famous Honeymooners episodes in which he played Ralph Cramden, also the Smokey and the Bandit series as the old sheriff. 1917, Babe Ruth tackled an umpire and smashed him in the face with his fist.
Oh.
He was ejected and fined $100. It was this week in 1931. A young couple married. It was Ann Bledsoe and Bill France. Together, they would build NASCAR into the largest sanctioning organization of auto racing in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 1963, Walt Disney opened the Tiki Room. 1967, Thurgood Marshall was confirmed.
The Tiki Room? What's that?
That's the birds and the chirping things and the double pineapple Tiki Room at Walt Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 1967, Thurgood Marshall was confirmed by the U.S. Senate as an Associate Justice on the Supreme Court. He was the first black man to sit on that high court. 1993, wow, what was that bug that hit our windshield? I don't know, but he must have been pretty well hung. Lorena Bobbitt cut off her husband's penis and threw it out the window of her car. It was 1992, CBS Good Morning America host Paula Zahn said, quote, making headlines this morning, Bill Clinton comes up with a plan for the economy. Tax the rich, cut the deficit, and help just about everyone else. She said it was very similar to that Robin Hood system, wasn't it? 1834, Cyrus McCormick patented the first practical reaper for farming.
Don't fear it.
Don't fear it, that's right. Pat Nixon and Richard Nixon were married this day in 1940.
Yeah.
1969, guitarist Jimi Hendrix earned the biggest paycheck ever paid up to this time for a single concert appearance. Hendrix cranked in $125,000 for a single set at the Newport Jazz Festival. Good going, guys. 1934 this week, the U.S. Congress established the FCC. 1939, Atlanta, Georgia enacted legislation that disallowed pinball machines in the city. And take heart.
That was tough.
1985.
That was I didn't think we were going to get through that one.
Yeah.
Angelo Spinolo shot an incredible .257 to win the worst avid golfers tournament held at Ponte Vedra, Florida. He earned the title of America's worst recreational hacker for the effort. He lost 60 golf balls, got 66 on the 17th hole, and hit 27 balls.